Hello,
Hello.
hello. Welcome. Um,
Greetings.
We're
you
full
start,
live.
Therese.
You start.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Knit Night. My name is Therese, and I'm here, as always, with the lovely Liz Clothier. And we are joined by our friend Amy of Pro Life Knitter and Two Sisters and Some Yarn and All the Things, and Carol Brown of All the Ripperverse Things and her own stuff, and Mr. Block Magazine himself, Neil James.
Last but not least.
Oh, come on now.
How is everyone? I've not seen some of you. I've not seen Carol for ages. How are you?
I'm very
Tired. I was tired yesterday after watching your stream.
My stream?
No,
Oh,
there's. No, it was really good. Don't get me wrong. It was just longer than I expected.
I had to break
well,
it up.
in total, because we chatted sort of offline first, it was over 4.5 hours.
Mhm.
So that's without a toilet break.
I was waiting for Shauna to ditch you at some point
Yeah.
because she's not used to those long streams with people.
Oh, Shauna did really well. I think it was Tabitha that was struggling towards the end.
Yeah.
Then having all them kids is bound to have an effect, isn't it? Sorry,
yes, it
Tabitha.
is. It does have an effect.
It does. It does. So, welcome everybody.
Welcome, chat.
Hello,
another
we
Monday.
are cooking today in Amy's kitchen some fried chicken.
Yum. Unfortunately, we couldn't do Friday Mayhem because Joe's backed up at work. So as soon as she's available, we will do an episode. She really misses everybody. She's really sad.
By the time
I know. She's
on
very.
the
She didn't
third
talk.
notebook. Yeah.
She didn't message me anything about notes, but she did send me a present.
Aw.
She did my logo on some tote bags,
Oh, I didn't know she did.
and then she did a bunch of different colors. So
Oh,
black, and then white, and then there's a blue one as well, and a gray one.
cool.
So they will be some of the giveaway things if anybody wants them. They're really nice tote bags. They've got a zipper pocket inside and everything. So it was very sweet of her. And I got yarn from Tina and Chicken Lady, and with Tina sent me some candy with hers to make me feel better, and it did.
And eventually you'll have stitch stoppers when I mail them.
I figured whenever you get to them, but thank you.
Sorry.
And so
You remind me of that story. Do you? I don't know if you've read it from years ago. Where do you know about the knocker upper in the UK?
You taught us. Yeah.
Yeah. So before we had alarm clocks, there used to be a knocker upper that used to walk
Yeah.
around at the night and wake people up. And one day he broke his arm and he had to have it in a plaster cast, and he couldn't actually knock on the windows anymore because he couldn't hold the stick. And the lads that had caused the accident, they made them walk with him every morning to knock everyone up. Well, anyway, his broken arm lasted about a year because he was liking having the company, and he just kept pretending his arm was bad. So I think Liz might do that to keep getting freebies from people.
excuse me. It's about 65% healed. I can knit. I can't crochet because I can't hold I can't twist my hand through the crochet.
Wow.
Yeah, a bit. Because I knit continental and I knit kind of ergonomically because I don't stick my finger up with the yarn. It's like really close to the needle. So I can put a pillow on my lap and knit and not put any pressure on my hand now that it's moving a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
But
is
crochet,
it still painful, or are you over the pain bit?
It is depending on what I'm doing. Like I can't put weight on it. I can't chop with a knife. I can't hold I can't hold weight at all in it. But it's getting there. It's better than it was.
You don't realize how much you need both your hands until one of them's out of action, do you?
I'm sitting here doing the fried chicken thinking, how the hell would I do this with one hand?
Yeah, trying to do everything left-handed when I'm right-handed was not fun. And my daughter had to help me do a lot of stuff.
Because I got one hand in the flour and one hand in the egg. And I'm like, how in the hell
wet hand, dry hand. Yep.
Yep. But my daughter helped out a bunch and my son did.
That's awesome.
And
that's good.
after when he wasn't lecturing me on not going to the hospital right away, I kept telling the medical staff at the convention center, said, if it's not better, go get it x-rayed, after the weekend, because why go to the hospital if you don't have to on a weekend?
Right.
And I'm trying to explain to him. He's like, well, they're not qualified. They're just like a nurse at the convention center. You should have gone to officials. I'm like, dude, I'm a Gen X. We walk everything off.
Not only that, boo,
Come on.
they're more qualified than you, baby. They're a nurse.
Exactly. That was pretty much it when my daughter finally told him to quit. But he was upset because his roommate's mom had come to their house the day before I fell to bring them some tacos because she's a phenomenal cook and she'll drop off food at their house when they're at work. And she tripped on their stairs and fell and hurt her hip
Oh
and
no.
her leg. And it turns out she actually broke bones in her foot.
Ooh.
And it happened the day before me. And
He's
so
all
he was just
paranoid.
like, well, because she didn't tell her daughter till like the next day or the day or so. And I didn't tell my son till the next day because there was clearly nothing he could do. He was at a wedding. I wasn't going to call him up at the wedding and say, hey, I fell down. Like I wasn't going to ruin. There was nothing, literally nothing. Yeah, like there's literally nothing he could do. So I just didn't call him till the next day and he got all mad. But it shows he cares. So,
It does. Yes, it does.
Mhm.
so I have one finished object, which is the sweater I'm wearing, which is
Yay.
all lace and this is not going to be a pattern though because I would have to figure it out and I might make a recipe for it if people want to follow it, but I'm
That's
not
how
going
I
to do a
write
specific pattern. That's what inspired me was your sweater recipe because with the lace patterns getting the right number of repeats for each size is really a pain unless it's a small number in the repeat because so I do have
Look,
one
I'm
finished
with
object in the
Tabitha.
last month, so
I'm with
I
Tabitha.
feel pretty good.
You should be able to know how to cook. You should be able to know how to knit and crochet to a point. I mean, if you're a beginner, you're a beginner, yes. But like, I'm not here for you beginners. Okay, you got to do some work yourself. Okay.
Exactly. So what's everybody else been up to?
We made a podcast.
Yay! I'm very
I've offended
excited.
Therese. I've gravely offended Therese, haven't I? By
What?
saying about white yarn.
I think she would have forgiven you if you hadn't reminded her, but you know.
Right. I was like, oh, that's right. Yeah, you did call me cheap.
No, I didn't call you
I'm
cheap.
frugal. I'm frugal and broke.
No, what I was
Tom-
saying was when I crochet and when when people crochet with acrylic, that's the key as well. And it's chunky yarn, and they then add white to it. It always, to me, just to me, looks cheap. Now, I'm not saying that all crochet in white is cheap. You know, I do crochet other things in white and fine, and I'm digging a hole and I'm trying to get out of it.
That's the guy with the giant white beard. You know?
Let's change the subject. Tomsky likes your haircut, Amy.
Oh, thank you, Thompson.
What about the rest of us, Tomsky?
I mean, he didn't
Like
say
our
that.
hair?
He didn't. I mean, he didn't say that. He said you should have a skinhead like a pirate. But I'm interpreting that to mean like he likes your haircut, because you know.
Compliment.
Well,
Yeah.
thanks for that interpretation.
Oh, and you're cheap for other reasons, according to Tomsky.
Ooh.
Trace,
Our
Yeah.
friends are so nice.
who's
I
football team
feel like Tomsky needs to have a package mailed to him.
with glitter? I think
Sparkle package.
no. I think he should just have to rewatch the Super Bowl.
Oh,
Does
yes.
on the
that's
Caro
Super
know
Bowl.
about his sparkle package?
Oh, Caro, he doesn't like sparkle.
Oh, do you use
No.
micro glitter? Is that what it is?
Glitter threw up over his house.
No,
whenever
no.
he-
We sent him a package, and Treese had a card that had glitter on it, and it
A
availed
Christmas
itself,
card with all the glitter.
Oh, the glitter.
and it availed itself of his home, and he was not pleased. But he can't complain because he got packaged, so he.
Yeah, he got a hat
Yeah.
out of it.
I do understand this pain as a prior teacher who used to have glitter for classroom activities, and then it would just be there for like the rest of the year.
You'll
the
notice
carpet.
that he hasn't given us his updated address.
Oh,
That's
we
'cause
can
he-
get it.
Good point.
That's because he fears us.
We can get it.
He moved house because of the glitter bomb.
Joe Bob can get it.
Well, at
Joe
some
Bob
point,
can-
Annie and I are supposed to be visiting him to do a live broadcast.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay,
fun.
then
Oh,
Neil could get us the address.
We gotta have a
Well-
talk. Yeah.
But he hasn't invited us over yet.
Oh, that's right. That's a very British thing, right? Like you have to be invited over.
Absolutely, you can't just turn up at someone's house. What's
Uh,
that?
no-
What? You just turn up
No,
at
we
people's
don't do
houses?
that either.
No, it happens. Like that
Oh,
was
yeah.
one of the culture shocks I had to get over when I first moved to America, and people would
I'm
just
not
show
a
up.
fan of the
Yeah.
popping.
Yeah, they were like, I was just in the neighborhood and thought I would come over. I
No,
was like,
no.
no, you can.
That's
you
a
can go.
that's a southern thing.
Yeah.
In
That's-
Australia, I lived there for a while, and they literally will walk into your house and go into your fridge and take something out and either eat it or drink it, and nobody bats an eyelid.
Oh,
Uh,
that
Well, we
Like,
do that
what?
with friends. Like, yeah, like
I
your
would
friends.
rather die of thirst than do that at somebody else's house.
my sister-in-laws do that
I'd
to
be
my mother-in-law
appalled.
all the time. He
Mhm.
says he'll meet Neil and Annie at a local pub and blindfold them before taking them to his house.
Oh, and that's
Oh,
all
so-
that's going to happen, Pyra. I'm not sure I trust that.
Neil's
Neil,
like,
you'll-
whoa. I didn't sign up for
Neil-
a kidnapping.
Neil, you'll have to have Annie's daughter come secretly, and she can record the kidnapping.
Oh, just for your enjoyment, not for any other
Well,
reason.
Well, yeah,
Just so
duh.
you can watch it.
I really
Chomsky
think we
would
could
never-
use that to our advantage, like to drum up Blocked magazine views.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like British magazine
What?
editors kidnapped.
What if I fake my death and then come back? Because everyone's waiting for the next death day, can't they? I could do that.
Well,
Did I tell you the random story about the produce guy and how they spread rumors about him?
Yes, I think.
Like
Yeah.
the death thing. How like he wouldn't rat out the other farmers because they're like old people and he didn't want to rat them out to the IRS. You know, and so they kicked
for
him out of
him.
the farmers market because he wasn't ratting out, old Bob down the street who's selling peanuts. And then like when he went back to the farmers market, they were like, "We thought you were like about to die."
Your Minecraft land is wild.
It is wild down here, I tell you. Which, by the way, I saw in the neighborhood post today, more mediums. Somebody was like, "Man, there's a bulldozer on the medium." I was
Speaking
"There
of-
it goes." I can't wait to
colored
take y'all
just
for a
for
ride.
Amy. Colored for Amy. The
Oh,
day
that's
the
right.
mediums died. The day the mediums died.
I cannot wait to take y'all on a video tour of the neighborhood and just drive right down the middle of the street.
I know.
Before I
And she'll be like,
forget,
Fast.
she'll be like a history show, and here is where the mediums used to lie back in the day, in olden times.
In old times.
before we forget, and before we become 18 rated, I just want to say hello to Lilith. Hi, Lilith.
Hi, Lily.
Hi,
I-
Lilith.
Love
I told
your
Lilith
pet
hello
rat.
on my podcast.
Your
by
pet
the way.
rat really made me smile. If you know, you know.
Yes.
Yes. I like her baby sister.
So now we can be R-rated. Is that what you're saying, Neil?
Yeah, now we can swear.
Now, Caitlin, you can put
Okay,
the
Caitlin,
headphones
put her to
on.
bed. Yeah.
Yeah, Laura too. That she needs to as well. Hi, Henry and Luke.
Why are we
On
becoming
Wednesday.
R-rated?
Well,
Well,
when
because
are we not?
Well, usually.
The weird tangents that happen.
Oh,
You know,
I
when
just-
we don't talk about knitting.
oh,
We
okay.
discovered someone's little girl was watching. She really likes Mr. Neil, and he's her favorite.
Oh,
Of course, I'm her favorite.
And then we all realized, oh, what do we talk about on there?
Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking I'm doing a live with Tabitha on Wednesday. So instead of having, when you have a child, a PG section, not PG, an 18 plus section, I'm thinking of
Yeah.
doing it where we have a child friendly section of 5 minutes every episode where we don't swear.
Hey,
Yeah.
I liked your podcast with Tabitha and Shauna. You guys were pretty good on the swearing, actually.
Good.
Did we not swear?
Not a lot.
What?
Oh, we must have been really watching ourselves with having Shauna on, in case
Could
she
be.
frowned upon us.
Well, you don't really swear a lot, Neil. Like,
No, like
I don't
as
swear a lot.
natural.
you're
But I
respectable.
do.
I mean,
Not
you
like
generally
Tabitha.
don't. And
Not
when
like
you do, a lot of times you'll be like, "Oh, I'm sorry," but
But then I say it
Tabitha's
anyway.
like,
She said her kids are used to it, so we don't have to worry about her kids.
"That was like, this is bullshit." Like immediately, she's just
Amy, if
Well,
you ain't
even the intro
mediuming,
you
you ain't living, according to Pirate.
Medium.
sorry. I ain't medium in medium.
Oh, Tabitha's here. She's watching.
Yep. So
I was telling
Can you
them,
hear my
Tabitha,
sizzle?
about our 4-hour live.
Can you hear my sizzle, Therese? Little food porn for you.
Yum.
Television.
I know.
Mm.
So, sidebar, Neil.
Amy.
You know what I have discovered?
Oh,
So those two guys, you know, that you always
Oh,
send
yeah.
memes back and forth about. Apparently, they done got themselves in some trouble over here.
What'd they do?
Well, I knew they'd come to America before, but if you watch a lot of their videos, they act like they haven't come to these parts before, but they have.
They have.
Before. So basically, they got outed as totally crapping on a hotel in Shreveport, Louisiana, which, to be fair, it's Shreveport, Louisiana. There's a reason it's horrible. And
Well, duh.
no offense to anybody who lives in Shreveport,
But you know.
It's
but you know
Shreveport.
if you live there, okay? You know what I'm talking about. So, and apparently, like the towns that they like, Shreveport, like PR or whatever, is like totally mad and like raking them over the coals and accusing them of lying about how crappy the hotel was that they stayed in and yada yada yada. And I'm like, oh, so they caused a little stir.
Mm. Well, they're both very posh and very privileged from the south.
Yeah.
So, you know, one that annoyed me was where they did that whole umbrella thing. And it's like, you what? No man in the north of England has an umbrella. No woman does either. You know, the women in the north practically wear bathing suits going out. Don't they, Pirate? Back me up on this.
My men just got home, so if I suddenly leave, that's because they're in the way or we're about to eat. But I'm still cooking, so they can wait.
Oh, there's
You don't
Amazon
want
at
no
my
raw
house.
fried chicken. Mm-mm.
Uh-huh.
Said you don't want no raw fried chicken.
No, you don't want raw fried chicken.
No, that would be bad. So Neil's had Popeyes now,
Twice now.
twice
Nice.
now. He's like, you know,
Ooh.
gearing up for his eventual trip to the U.S.
Yeah, I do need to clarify something, though, because I said in the chat, I said, oh, it was absolutely delicious. And I think someone I thought it was like the most delicious thing I'd ever eaten ever. I do want to clarify that it was like a delicious fast food thing.
Yeah.
You know, I've
That's
had
what we
nicer things
figured.
to eat in my life. You know, it's not like the food in Britain is so bad that a burger. Well, I know you used to call it a sandwich.
We're on the
it's a
internet, so.
burger. I don't care what it is.
It's not a burger unless
It's a
it's ground
burger.
meat.
Here we
If it's in
go.
a bun, it's a burger. I'll die on
Oh,
that
sorry.
hill.
I might have
Sorry.
told the story before. Years ago, one of David's clients, he had a financial office. They were American, but for some reason they decided to have a British 4th of July party, which what?
How does that go?
Yeah. So we went just to be nice and everything. And the food was British food. I'm sorry, 4th of July, I don't want to eat bangers and mash.
Pretty
I
sure the British weren't celebrating on the 4th of July either.
Exactly. That's why I couldn't
No,
figure
that's
out
a
what-
lie.
I'm sorry, what did you
They
do? You went
do.
to a 4th of July with British people?
No. I meant the original 4th of July. The British
No,
weren't
but
celebrating.
Therese went to a 4th of July thing hosted by
in
British
Pennsylvania. Yes, they had a 4th of July cookout party with British food, which
people. That's kind of like PETA people going to a barbecue.
In Pennsylvania, the home of the revolution.
I'm going to have to
Liberty
defend
Bell is-
British food here. People in the chat are saying it's really bad. If you've had real British food, it's not bad. If you've gone
I have-
to
I have had
British
real British food.
takeaways,
I agree with you.
you know, takeaway food's bad, like everywhere is bad. But if you've had proper roast dinner or, you know,
Oh,
something
yeah.
like that, you can't argue with that. Good.
I wouldn't eat the mushy peas though. No.
Oh, that is so good.
No.
I'm not eating your blood pudding crap, but
No.
I'll try
Well,
some stuff.
to be fair, not that many people here still eat that, I have to say. And neither does anybody eat tripe anymore. You
I
know,
eat
tripe
tripe.
used to be a thing.
They eat it here.
I like tripe.
Tripe and onions
No.
with
What
vinegar.
is stripe?
No.
It's
No.
the lining of a
I'll
cow's stomach.
I'll eat it fried or in stew.
Ooh, no, I can't eat that.
Yeah, no, I don't eat that. I don't eat menudo. I don't eat blood pudding. There's certain things that I don't.
What's menuto?
It's soup with tripe in it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard of that. I've
With
heard
tripe in it.
Mhm.
of that.
It's good.
The other thing, haggis. I had a friend who
Oh,
they had made haggis, and the smell of it just was no.
mhm. No.
Yeah, no.
So,
No.
but each to their own. If that what makes the people there happy, good for them.
I
Eat what
am
they
willing
want.
to try his beans on toast and any
Still
other
think it's
clean
weird.
animals that I can eat, but I think a lot of it I can't eat.
Well, you can have more beans here than you can have in your country because we don't have the pork fat in our beans.
Really?
Yeah, they're all vegetarian.
No, it's all
Baked-
the Muslims you got. Yeah.
No, it's always been like that. Baked beans have
Oh.
always been vegetarian.
I can buy them here without vegetarian, but without pork, but I have to look for them. Yeah.
So you would have to look for vegetarian beans rather
Yeah.
than just
Yeah.
beans. Yeah, we have to
Although I
look
think,
for
like-
beans with things added to get anything
Like the
related.
Bush's baked beans, which you probably will say is not the same as Heinz. I think they all now don't have any pork in them. I think.
Oh.
they
Yeah,
changed
I
the
think
recipe.
most of them don't now.
I think they changed the recipe, unless it's got like bacon added or whatever.
Good quality ingredients in a core meal is what conquered most of the world. Yeah, but why didn't you use the spices though? Is my question.
Well, we did. The problem was a lot of those spices were very expensive, and some of the spices, like say saffron, were more expensive than gold. So it was only the upper classes that were ever able to use those spices. But we did have things like curries as early as the 1800s. They were already bringing curries over here during Victorian days. Just not great ones, not like we have now.
We
I
went
get the
out for
impression y'all don't probably. Your food's probably not as sweet as our food. Like we put a lot of salt and sugar in our food.
I think it depends what it is. So say like the baked beans. Baked beans are probably sweeter than the ones you have, but then your bread has a ton more sugar in, I think, than we have in ours. And I think your cereals are definitely sweeter.
Oh yeah.
well,
and I think
depending
your
on the
chocolate's
cereal.
as well.
Right,
Yeah.
right. But we're over here ending up in like Wall-E territory, and they're you're like the fat guy in the little recliner, like because we can't eat cereal without sugar. So
Yeah, my
nobody
mom
here
never.
could afford sugar. That was another thing. Sugar was a luxury.
true.
Not now, but it was.
We went for sushi for my daughter's birthday and Korean barbecue, and I like a lot of sushi, but I don't like eel.
Oh, I've never had eel.
I've had
love
eel.
sushi.
I've had it. I don't like it raw. I might like it cooked, but I do not like it raw.
What
Like
does
smoked
it
eel.
taste of?
I don't
Is
know.
it
It's
like
just kind of.
anything?
I didn't eat any, so it's been a while. But it was just the texture probably more than anything else. I didn't like.
Is it rubbery? That's how I imagine.
Kinda.
That's how I
Yeah.
kind of like octopus.
Yeah. Yeah. We didn't bother with the octopus because none of us were going to eat that. My daughter's had it before. She doesn't like it in sushi.
That's why I don't
And
understand. Like people down here love oysters. I'm like, it's like a booger.
Ooh, no.
Like that's so gross.
I only like squid as calamari, and that's if it's cooked right.
Like
But-
oysters are like boogers that are hard
Stop
work,
it!
and you might break your
Stop
teeth.
it!
Yeah,
My
I
mom-
love fish, but I'm not into seafood. Oysters or clams or
Well,
any
see,
of
then
those
you'll be
things.
fine when
Okay.
you come with me.
My mom used to make oyster stew, but she and my sister and I wouldn't eat the actual oysters. So my dad and my brother would get a bowl of stew with like all the oysters in them.
You just
We
get
just get the-
seawater.
Because I can't eat the seafood, so when Neil comes to visit me,
Yeah.
I think it'll be. I'll be fine with your.
He'll be
food,
okay.
whatever it is you're
Yeah, but
eating.
you can make him. He take him for salmon. I mean, he can eat that. You can eat
Yeah,
that.
I like
well, yeah, but he could eat. He could eat.
Just
pork,
not the
so
shell.
He can all eat the gumbo and the jambalaya. He can eat all that stuff I can't eat. So
Oh,
you know.
we're going to be getting your beef. Have we talked about this before? I can't remember.
no,
Because of the UK-USA trade deal, we are going to be getting American beef.
can we get our beef?
Right?
That would be nice.
Well, I had a big conversation about this because it's so mad how the trade thing works, doesn't it? Because we send all of our lamb to New Zealand. Yet if we
Which
want
cracks
to buy
me up.
lamb, we have to buy New Zealand lamb. So we're basically just swapping lamb,
Trading. Yeah.
and then somebody in the middle is making loads of money on it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that I
Well-
think that's what's going to happen with beef. I bet you end up buying British beef and we're buying American beef.
Probably.
Yeah, because when my husband was driving the truck, the 18-wheeler, he would get a load of straw and like for animal feed, and he would take it to a state that has its own, and then he would drop it there and pick up their load and take it to another state. Because
Right. But
Yeah,
if
it
you
was
think
weird.
about it, I suppose it's the only way countries and states can really make a lot of money, isn't it? Because if you're only buying food in your state, you're not really, that money's not going anywhere else, is it? It's staying right there. I mean, some people would say that's where it should stay.
Yeah, but that's the point. It's, you know, I mean, if it's, I think you should be like, okay, people don't have the access to the Gulf of America like we do. Okay, so yes, we should be shipping our shrimp to other parts of the country, but the shrimp served in our restaurant should be Louisiana shrimp. It shouldn't be
Yes.
from China, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
So, which
Yeah, I
we passed
agree.
we passed a law years ago that says they have to label like where the seafood comes from, and they
Mhm.
busted all kinds of restaurants for.
I think you should
Same.
share what Pirates just posted just to get a fight going.
I
they've
can't
got a
see
bunch
it
of people in
because it's
trouble.
this stupid share referral link that's on my screen and it won't go away.
British beef is best. North FC.
Know what?
North FC. I think he's saying, you know, north of Britain, north of England, I think. Yeah, so you can have plenty of mad cow disease like we've had for all these years.
Well,
We have that.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to compete like that. Like let's
No.
not do that. That's like when I was talking to one of my British relatives about how America was like leading in obesity, and they were like, "Oh no, percentage wise, we're superior." And I was like, "That's not like why are we fighting over that?"
Yeah, it's the race to the bottom, isn't it? The race.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's not the flex you think it is, really.
Yeah,
I know, man. Mississippi like pulled out like the education stuff, and now we're at the bottom again. I'm like, damn it! I was always counting on Mississippi.
Michigan's down there too. But, you know, we have higher priorities.
So, what's everybody working on? Because we got to
It's a
talk some
knitting
knitting.
podcast.
What is this, a knitting podcast? What?
Sometimes.
It's kind of in the name, but you know.
I will make my plea again. If anybody wants to test my sweater, I really, really, really would appreciate it. You don't have to make the whole thing.
I am making squares.
I just
but
need I need squares and boob length. You know, that's what I'm looking for. Because I
Yeah,
don't have
did you
that.
catch that, Neil? Boob length squares. That's what you're going
Yeah.
for.
So
Well,
tell us how the squares fit your boobs.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and assume
Okay.
his chest circumference is different than mine because he's a man and he's bigger. So you
Well,
know.
I'm old now, so I am getting into the realms of man boobage.
I mean, I'm not
Um,
judging man boobs, okay?
it
I'm not judging.
comes
your
to
man.
us all, doesn't it, Pirate? In the end.
No, but I am
Pirate-
not a well-endowed woman, so I'm curious how many squares will end up. And I thought about it when your test pictures got shown, Neil, and there
Oh,
was
yeah.
one lady, which bless her little heart, it should not have cut where it cut. That was not a good
Right.
look.
Oh. Was it
Oh,
right
yeah.
on the join? Was it right on the join line? Or
It was like right there in the middle.
Yeah, that's not
and
a
I'm
good
like,
look.
Diana, it's knit and crochet.
yes, it's knit and crochet.
Yes.
But you don't actually have to knit the body. for the
Yeah, you
test
could
part. I
crochet.
just need to know how many squares down other people in other sizes might need, so that it's a little bit of a pattern.
She's basing it on 4-inch squares, and that's what she's using. So
I can go
to
get
give her
it.
kind of
Hold
a
on.
standard. Yeah. Yes,
It
she
could
did
be
say
any
boob length
kind.
squares.
Sorry, Liz, I talked over you.
So I'm just responding to Pirate.
it could be any
Danielle started
type
with a
of-
kid version.
I would love someone to make a kid's version. That'd be fabulous. So what I need to know is, and I'll step back because you can't hear me, but I need to know where the squares might fall on other people's chesticles.
Pirate's guessing 40, Amy, for you.
40 what?
He has no
Circumference?
idea.
Oh,
He just said
I'm wondering
40.
what it would look like if you had one, not you personally, but if there was one less row.
make me big, Liz, for a minute.
All
If
right.
there was one less row of granny squares, would that make that problem go away? Not your
Yeah.
problem, the boobage problem.
Yeah, because
Or-
then people could just knit or crochet it for their own size
See,
and not worry about squares.
that's above
No-
my boobages. But
no,
if you
he's
have
saying
bigger
taking-
boobages,
No, he's saying just do one row, the
one less.
get rid of the bottom row.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
and
you get
then
2 rows.
I mean, I'm not asking you to pull it back. No, I'm just wondering, would that have solved that issue though? Because then it's going to be higher than most people's.
It might, and that's why I'm
I like
curious
it
for somebody
that way.
with,
Yeah,
because for me it's fine.
that
But if
looks
you're-
good.
Tabitha wants to knit the squares to be a pain in the ass.
You can
And
explain.
if
I
her-
don't care. That'd be fabulous.
And if
But-
her boobs are like basset hound ears, the whole thing would need to be crocheted.
Well, Tabitha, you've got no excuse to now. I sent you a full
All right, let me read.
course on how to make a granny square. I think there's 14 episodes.
14 episodes. Holy
Yeah,
cow.
it's very, very in depth.
Apparently.
Did you say 14 episodes on how to do his granny square?
Something
Yeah.
like that. I can't. It might not be 14. It might be 12. But let's say. It's
Okay,
more
well
than
that's
10.
still too many.
It's still too many. That's what.
This
That's 11 too many.
Oh,
Yeah,
Pirate said this is now a modeling channel on the catwalk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it is.
Did you give her a seat? I did.
But Amy's
So if
fried
anybody
chicken
wants
is
to test
making me.
that,
I
just
know.
need
No, I
some
want-
boobs.
No, I want to test your fried chicken.
Right.
Yeah, I'm going to move in at Amy's, I think. I'm going to come over to America and live at Amy's with the aircon and the fried chicken.
Well, I mean, I
And
got
the
an
yarn
almost grown
stash.
kid, so when he moves out, I got a room.
There you go.
And the medium free area. So
Right.
So yeah, I got that yarn from Tina, the medium yarn, which is a lot of fun.
Yeah,
And then I got
really nice.
and I got Chicken Lady's new base, her new Sporty Sport.
I have
and-
her new bangs.
It is 50% non-superwash Shiniko, 25% mulberry silk, and 25% flax.
That's not right, the word I thought you were going to say. I thought you were going to say Shaniqua.
No, I don't think it's Shaniqua, but then again, maybe other
It is
people in the
now.
knitting, maybe other people in the knitting world have their own version of the base and call it that. I don't know.
It is
Neil's going to become the Santa under the house, feed him scraps 11 months a year. Oh, they want to know what you're having with the fried chicken.
baked potatoes and salad
Wow.
Ooh, yum.
with lots of sour cream and cheese and butter.
on a Monday.
Oh.
Is it Monday there?
Yeah,
Yes.
which
That's
should
a
be red
posh
beans
meal
day.
for a Monday.
It should
We
be red
eat on
beans.
Monday. We eat on Mondays too, Neil, you know.
Well, here the good food was on a Thursday because that was traditionally payday, and then from Thursday it got worse and worse and worse until Wednesday was usually the worst food of the week.
I'm only doing it because they were very good and nice boys on Mother's Day, so I said I would make fried chicken because they love when I make fried chicken.
Nice.
But normally Monday is red beans and rice, but they hate red beans and rice, so I haven't been able to do that tradition in a long time.
Yeah, I don't understand your kids who have no love for their traditional foods where you live.
Red beans and rice doesn't sound nice.
It's
Oh, it's
yummy.
delicious.
It's yum.
Sounds dry.
No.
No.
It's really
No.
Is there sauce?
Yes, it's
Yeah.
saucy.
So it's not just beans and rice.
Oh,
with
no, no, no,
sauce.
No, it's in a
No,
sauce.
no.
In
It's-
a
it's-
lovely
not quite a
seasoned
soup.
sauce.
It's not quite a stew like gumbo is texture, but it's close.
It's close.
Okay.
There's like 6 cups of broth in it. Like it's
Ah, right, okay.
Mm.
I have a handwritten recipe from a mama from New Iberia, so I got it.
Yeah, when I finally do the block
Nice,
tour of
yeah.
America, I think I'm going to find out who all the good cooks are first, and then I'm going to plan it around that rather than.
Me and Carol go ahead.
So I'm staying in the south,
I
am
got you.
Texas. I got barbecue.
I got
Come
Louisiana.
You
I
can
can-
you can have the fish with Amy.
I do. I've got a smoker and we smoke meat. It's good.
Mhm.
Oh, I've never had that.
It's
Something
delicious.
we do here.
Therese can do the Maryland blue crab.
I can't get that. Well, I can, but they're.
But it's on his money, so you can get it.
Oh, that's true.
Travel
No,
Larry
I'm-
says in Virginia they have scrapple.
I have heard of that. and I-
My parents grew up eating scrapple, and
No, no.
my dad made it for us once. No.
No.
Oh, Tomsky, I know never to get into that game.
What?
What game is this?
He's trying to incite trouble.
Yeah, all the
Yeah.
women are going to say they're the best cooks, and I'll have to.
No,
drink.
I know I'm not, so that's fine. I totally
I
know
had
I'm
to teach
not.
myself how to. Well, I didn't teach myself how to cook. I had to get other mothers to teach me how to cook because my mom did not cook.
I
Like,
went to
she-
culinary
She
school.
cooked nothing. So
I have
I'm
a
really good
fancy
at
piece of
cooking
paper.
curries, so I'll make you a proper Indian curry if I come.
there you go.
I'm a decent cook, but I know I'm not nearly the best cook. But
I am not
I'm
healthy.
So what is scrapple? Can anybody tell me
Oh.
what scrapple is?
It's basically like hot dogs, only worse. Like it's everything.
Isn't it like a square?
Well, it comes in a loaf, and you slice it and fry it up, and it's basically
Like
all
spam?
parts of the pig. You know.
no, it makes Spam look gourmet.
Yes.
Oh.
Ah.
And my dad
Oh.
used to love it. He was from Pennsylvania, and
We have something called Hazlet. Is it the same as that, do you think?
I don't know.
I don't
Hazlet.
know.
I don't know.
Yeah,
but
that's
it's-
kind of like all the bits of the pig and the fat.
Yeah,
and it's
it's-
like got
yeah.
jelly in it as well. You know, bits of the jelly.
I don't know.
Well, I think Scrapple naturally has because it has
Well, if
the
it's got fat and bone in it, it's gonna have jelly.
it's going to
in it,
have
'cause-
the gelatin. Yeah.
and gelatin in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And my
Oh, it
daddy,
has
he
bone
would
in
eat it fried with syrup on it.
I'm
Oh,
really
Oh.
glad I'm kosher. That sounds
Ooh.
terrible.
Oh, Kat says everything from a pig after it's been butchered.
yeah. Yeah, it's
Yeah, I think it's same as Hazlet.
I mean, I'm not actually kosher, but I'm pretty doggone close. So.
I might have to look that
when
up.
it comes to Scrapple, you are.
Like we mix it. When the whole mixing the meat and the dairy, we do that. I eat cheese
Yeah.
on my cheeseburger. So.
I bet it tastes
Yeah.
good though. If you didn't know what it was, I bet you'd enjoy it.
No,
Mm,
no,
Nobody's convinced.
no.
my parents grew up eating it. It was never something we ate.
I was thinking about that today on the way home for whatever reason. I don't know. I was thinking about like, what was your favorite struggle meal? You know,
Struggle
because
meal.
I don't know about y'all, but I was poor as heck, and I'm not like rich now, but I can afford meat. But you know, growing up, we couldn't afford meat, and so when we had meat, it was rare, and like so
Corned
if
beef
we-
hash.
If we even had like hot dogs, it was a big deal. So like my mom was such a terrible cook, but she'd make like the baked beans and slice up the hot dogs and made beanie meanie. That was like, and I remember like every now and then I'll eat it just to be like the nostalgia.
Yeah.
of eating. Or like the toast that she would like butter it and put it in the oven.
Mm-hmm.
That was
Garlic
cinnamon,
bread,
and
yeah.
the cinnamon sugar.
Or cinnamon
Yeah,
sugar.
we had that when I was little.
Have you watched that girl who does? She's American. She does the poverty meals, and she does the poorest meals of every culture. And in Britain, there's one where it's a toast sandwich. So it's two pieces of bread with a toasted piece of bread in the middle. And apparently, that's what people used to
Wow.
eat. It's like I've
That's-
never had that.
That's wild.
Bread was
It's like
I mean,
it's like a club toast, a toast club. I'll have a
a
toast,
toast
club
club
sandwich.
with no meat. And,
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
even
heck.
think it had butter or anything like that. I think it
like
might have had a bit of salt.
unless you have had government cheese, like don't talk to me about being poor. You know.
Oh, there's if you watch what's he called? He's the fat engineer. I'm not sure. He does like videos about historical stuff, and he did a whole thing about the government cheese one and how that all started.
We should do an episode where we make the toast sandwich,
Toast.
and we all test it on online.
I'll make the gluten-free one. It'll be the most expensive one.
Uh-huh. Yes.
That's like a cake sandwich, isn't it? The gluten-free
Yeah.
stuff.
See, my dad used to take bread and like he would put butter on it and he'd put it in the oven and put it on broil. So it didn't really toast, but the butter would like melt into it. He called it juicy toast. And I remember being a little kid being like, Daddy, will you make juicy toast? And it was like a whole thing. It's like, I thought it was like the greatest thing in the world that he made juicy toast. And it's just bread with butter on it melted in the oven.
My mom grew up. They would eat onion sandwiches.
Mhm.
mustard and onion.
Oh,
When
oh my god!
when
My
they're
father-in-law loved peanut butter and mayonnaise.
I've heard of
sandwiches.
that.
I
I've
was
heard of that,
like,
but no.
no. And so Harrison one time tried it, and he put like the thinnest layer of mayonnaise you could put on. I was like, oh no, baby, if you're gonna try this, you're gonna slap that mayonnaise on there. He was like, it's really not that bad. He's like, the mayonnaise, the salts in both of them
Yeah.
kind of, competed. But man, I was like, peanut butter and mayonnaise?
I'll tell you
My
what's good is
mom,
peanut butter and bacon.
That makes sense. I could do that.
Yeah.
That's like Elvis Presley.
And cheese, peanut butter and cheese is nice.
Speaking of bacon,
Chomsky
Carol?
would like a gourmet toast sandwich, please.
Oh, my podcast with my friend who's a
Where's your-
helicopter pilot is not taking off.
Aw.
Well, because
Aw.
the problem I found out with trying to do a podcast with a helicopter pilot is that he doesn't have 9 to 5 hours. So yeah. So I don't-
Understandable.
And get a new partner to do it.
well,
Sure.
we're here for it when it comes to
Oh
fruition.
yeah.
I'll figure something out. If you guys want a shirt, though, I can make the shirt public. Oh no, the shirt is public because I think I sent it to Therese.
Shall we
Send it to-
advertise for this podcast that is never
That
going to
doesn't-
exist?
Hey,
Yeah,
look,
if you want
hey,
to.
I made a
See
podcast
if we can get
for
like
the
a
first time
movement going.
in 5 months, so no shame. We support everybody who doesn't do their job, so it's fine.
And the people
One day
who
I'll
do
figure
their
it out.
job too well. Yeah.
When I
4
went over
hours.
to Denise's yesterday, I was like, "Man, it's been 6 months." She's like, "No, it's not. It's been 5." I'm like, "Really?
Oh,
We're gonna die on
okay.
that hill." We're
Not
gonna
as
die
bad as
on
you're
that
saying
hill.
it is. Okay.
She's like, it was December 1st. I'm like, really? Come on, sis. All right, my fried chicken's done, so I'll be back. Talk amongst yourselves.
Enjoy. Especially when they ghost people and rebrand. Oh, Chomsky thought Kara was telling a joke when she said my podcast with the helicopter pilot isn't
He isn't
taking off.
taking off. Yeah, no, I kind of did that on purpose, but yeah,
Well,
he's taking off.
Chomsky was the only one that saw the joke. The rest
Yeah.
of us just went straight over our
Appreciate
heads like a helicopter.
He pays attention.
Thank you.
So what are you guys working on? I'm betting Kara's working on a shawl.
How did you know? It's the
She's
same
just like-
Oh,
song.
I love that one. I love that show.
I
Oh.
love that one too.
Anna can't take it from me. I won't let her.
I'm sure I asked you last time, but what's the flash of pink in the middle? Is there a flash of colour in the middle?
Oh, the red?
Is it red? It looks pink from here, but
It does
could be
because it's
white
blending in with all the other colors, but it's like this.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah.
and oh my god, you're using white. It's so cheap looking.
you're so cheap.
Yeah, look at it. It's right here.
You've offended me on there.
Oh no.
I wanted to do your orange yarn challenge, and I couldn't
Yeah.
find one that I liked. And so I did what most normal people decided to do, and I decided to dye my own yarn. So I'm waiting for it to arrive. So I will share
Cool.
the adventures of blue gloves and plastic buckets with you guys next time.
Cool.
Excellent. Well, actually, I never thought about dyeing yarn, but I can't see why dyeing the yarn itself can't be an entry. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Ooh.
It's your rules. Unless
know,
you're a
what-
yarn dyer. Unless you're a yarn
Right.
dyer by trade.
Yeah,
I
that'd
am
be
not.
a bit.
Yeah.
Because
That'd be
that
bitchy.
would be like going to work, you know.
But yeah, if you're not a yarn dyer and you want to dye 200 grams of yarn, maybe that should be classed as an entry.
I mean, I was
but
still
if
going to
you-
make something with it. So,
Are you using what type of dyes are you going to use, Caro?
oh man, I looked it up on the internet, and it told me to use one particular one, and so I went to Amazon and I bought it.
Mhm.
And once it gets here, I can tell you what the name of it is.
Is it
But I
Dharma?
Is it what?
Dharma?
Yes.
Or
Mhm.
Jacquard?
That's
Okay,
like one
okay.
of the standards. yeah.
Just if you are using that type of dye and not a like a food coloring dye, you have to use separate utensils and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
No.
because-
Yeah. I looked that up.
Go to thrift store.
I
Get
will.
your stuff. Yeah.
Are you
I-
using
I-
vinegar or are you going to use citric acid?
citric acid. Yeah.
Citric acid. That's what I'm going to use. That's what the internet
And you have
told
to
me
wear a
do.
mask when you're using
I
the
will.
dye.
I promise. I looked it up, guys. I looked
And you have
it
to
up.
stand on one leg and you have to recite.
Tom
What could you
Tomsky, wow, he dyes yarn all the time. If you mean pissing yourself,
It's not a yellow yarn challenge. It's orange.
Adam's in the house.
Hello, Adam.
Hello, Adam. Adam, who says he watches Neil's podcast but doesn't show up in the analytics.
That's right.
Yeah, neither does
Called
Pyro.
out.
Do you all understand what Adam says there? Is it an American thing as well as a
Ayup?
British
Ayup.
thing? Ayup.
Is that a
Or Ayup.
commie Canada thing? I don't know.
No, it's British. It's Ayup. It means hello.
Oh,
That's
well,
what I figured.
you never know with Adam though.
True.
Tis true. So, Therese, what are you making?
You've asked it like 15 times.
Well,
Somebody will answer.
yeah, but Adam's here now. He can comment on it.
Shall I interrupt
Oh,
again?
great.
Just
No,
another
Neil,
bit.
I'm sorry. One thing, Pirate. I was talking about Adam, not you. Okay.
I
Go
was
on.
talking about you, Pirate. Don't worry.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No. All right, I have two things going. Hold on, let me backtrack because I started this row and hang on 2 seconds. Just talk. Hang on.
What were you going to say, Neil?
I wasn't.
Yeah,
I
say
was just
something.
winding you up.
Oh,
Just say something.
yeah, Pirate Cassie's right. If it's orange, you should see a doctor.
Problem. Right. Yeah,
Uh-oh.
that's not good.
Drink
It's
more
not
water.
Good. Okay. So I didn't see my sweater because it's 80-some degrees out, and I feel like I'll do it. So I took a page from Amy because all this stuff is going on this summer, and we only have like a month and a half. I decided to get some whips done instead of starting something new. So I pulled out a sock.
Oh, nice.
There's a sock.
Nice.
And what I'm doing with this, you can see
Very
there's
subtle.
this afterthought. I'm doing one of those deals. I know Shauna Stitches has a pattern for it or a recipe or where you start at the toe and you do for the afterthought heel. And then you go up to, you do half the cuff and you do another lifeline and then you do another cuff and then you do, so you're basically going to have,
Oh, you do it all in one. Oh,
Mhm.
I see.
Oh,
And
You have
then
a really long tube.
and then you do all the afterthought stuff. So that's what I'm doing just for something different to do.
so have you got to the point where you're working on the second sock yet?
No, I'm on the first cuff.
I'll be really interested to know how you feel about it when you carry on, whether you get the second sock syndrome or not.
Okay, so
Well,
you're
that's
basically
why-
doing.
That's why I'm
That's
doing
why
it.
Yeah.
you're doing it. Yeah.
So
I'll
you're
be-
doing one will be toe up and the other one's cuff down.
Yes.
Yeah, because I'm just thinking, because that's going to be quite a long pair of
Yeah,
legs.
it's going to
isn't
be
it?
long. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just for something different to do to, break the monotony.
Yeah.
I might have to try that. That's kind of
Yeah.
cool.
Are you
And then-
mentioning your thingy project that you've been doing, or are you not mentioning that, Therese?
I got to work
Yeah.
on it because I'm
Okay.
having gauge issues.
Oh, okay. Shall we not mention that then?
No, I'll talk about it when I get it a little more down. I'm having gauge issues, and that
I'm
has
very
to
excited
do
about this.
with the size of the utensils that you use.
Oh.
Because I started
so
to
we
dish
got
it
a
in,
match.
and I think my instrument is too big. I need to make it a tighter gauge.
Oh, so you're
So-
looser when you do it.
I might. No, I need to have a. What is? That's English? Then the other thing I'm working on, I pulled this out. This is old whip. Is my heart-shaped triangle.
Oh, yeah.
That's nice.
That's cute. I love that.
That side, I don't know which side. This side, I think. Yeah.
Is that mosaic or is that a form of
No,
brioche?
well, no. Each row is different. You do hearts. It's supposed to look like hearts.
Oh, is it crochet?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it was knitted.
No, I've seen the pattern.
It's fun.
It was in Pirate's comment.
Adam, you're ex-English.
Yes, it's a thong.
Oh, dun, dun,
I'm
dun,
making
dun,
it for
dun.
you, Tomsky. It's your Valentine's gift
for next year.
Yeah, I'm ahead of the game. I'm gonna put some glitter in it.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm working on until all the summer and orange and shark and all that stuff goes on.
Yeah, there's a lot happening, isn't there, this time round?
Mhm.
Yeah, there is the baby knits, the stripe thing, which I don't know if still going on or not.
Who was the stripes thing? Was that Pip? No, that was you
Joe.
guys, wasn't
It was Joe and
Ours.
Morgan, and neither one of them have ended it. So,
it? So it's just ongoing forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then in June is the Summer on the Lanai Golden Girls Mal, and then Neil's Moga, Make Orange Great Again,
Mhm.
and then
So there'll
Shark
be
Week.
Shark Week.
Mhm.
And
is
then-
Tabitha doing her one this year? Or
Summer
not?
I think
Murder.
she said she was, but I don't know when she's starting it.
Has she finished the baby one? She was doing baby.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, that was a while
finished,
ago. Pirate wants some booty pics.
Right.
Oh dear.
Yes, I saw.
So, Neil, what are you doing?
Excuse me. I'm working on a few things I can't mention at the moment, but this is the ongoing crop top of James N. Watts, where I'm turning it from a crop top to a normal top. But I mentioned it yesterday in the 4-hour thing, I think, didn't I? But I had this brilliant idea that now I've joined it and seamed it into the crop top, rather than knitting it a panel at a time front and then a panel at a time back, I thought, well, I can knit the panel all the way around and keep going. So great idea. Started doing it, and then I realized that I'd started going the wrong way.
Oh no.
Meant that although it worked, it meant that the join was a different join. So the join had to be a knit together rather than a purl together, and the knit together is nowhere near as neat as the purl together join. So, and I got quite a bit of it done before I made the decision, oh no, I don't like this.
That's always how it works.
So I've left it where it is. I haven't ripped it back because I thought if I start it going the correct way, so I've now got 2 bits that I've started going in opposite directions, I'll just keep going until I get around to it, then I'll rip it out, because then I won't feel bad about it, you know. And then but it's the joy of it is kind of gone a little bit now, so I am.
Oh, you better
Okay.
finish that.
I know. I'm determined to finish it, just so I can say I finally finished something.
Summer of Murder is June through August, like usual, in Tabitha's Telegram chat. You have to be approved to join her chat, so send her a message and she'll decide.
Yeah,
And
Pirate, if you can help me get rid of the logo that's currently in my beard, that would be really great.
yeah,
I don't know
because
how to get rid of it.
that's only on your StreamYard, because I don't have one on ours.
Yeah, it's because I use Epoch on my phone as a camera, because it
Oh.
works better, and
Oh.
it's their branding, so
Oh.
I don't know how to get rid of that.
Joe's working pretty much like every day and 6 days a week, and overtime. She's working right now, so that's
Yeah.
why she's not been around. She did get a new mobile office though,
Yeah.
but she has her studio now, so I don't think she's going to film much in the mobile office. But
Oh.
hopefully she will get back to us soon, especially since she can't find her colorwork sweater that she was knitting.
Oh,
She still can't find it, so hopefully she will find it soon. But she misses everybody.
Yeah.
Neil can't get rid of the Elgato logo from his video feed. Pirate loves that you can't get rid of it, so he's not going to help, evidently.
oh no, he's just said it's just a tick box. I've just got to unclick something in a tick box to get rid of it.
Oh, Adam asks,
do it for
Adam wants to know if it's a Muslim sigil on your screen.
I'll say yes, because the latest estimate is that we will be a Muslim country within 7 to 15 years.
Oh wow.
So it might just save my life.
I don't know.
Don't know how true that is. I'm just repeating what I've heard.
Well, I don't know. We have a new pope, so for the Catholics, I hope they're happy. I know his brother is not a fan of the Democrats.
No.
He is, but his brother is not. His social media posts are hilarious.
We won't repeat it because Lilith might be watching. But he
No, we
said
won't repeat it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's funny.
Mhm.
So, where did my stitch hold? I need more stitch stoppers because this one fell off. I'm working on my sweater that I'm
I want to
putting
know
out for
what it is.
test knit, and
Oh.
You
So
have some
this is
really
the
good
other-
colours there.
Tina's yarn. This is what is the name of this one? This one is the
Diana,
grits
Why
that
do I
keeps
need to
on
start
giving.
having babies?
Ah.
Why do I need babies? What for?
To make more native born Brits, I guess.
Oh, I see.
Well, you better get on it.
right, of course.
This
It's all
I
my
got.
fault.
So this is the final sample, and then once I get it
Hmm.
typed up, I will get it to the test knitters. But I found out that each size I'm going to have to write a specific instructions because of the texture stitches. So it may take me a little bit to get those all written up.
Is that fingering weight?
Okay. Sport weight. Yeah. And yeah, so hopefully by the end of the week, now that I can actually kind of type a little bit, I should hopefully be able to get something out. But haven't been able to type at all, which is a pain. So choosing a new pope would go a lot quicker if kids weren't allowed in the Vatican. Okay. I don't know. I'm concerned because of his history of covering up child sex abuse, but that could be any of the cardinals, I figure, at this point. So I'm sure all of them have had to do or have felt like they had to at some point. Chomsky wants to know if we should ban halal meat and be done with it.
I would say yes.
Hmm.
We have a lot of halal places here.
If we did that,
We
though,
do
we'd
too,
have to
yeah.
ban kosher meat as well, though, which
Yeah,
isn't,
that's
it's not. It's the same, more or less.
Make the Crusades great again. Ban women dressed as black post boxes.
I daren't laugh at that.
the
I'll be
ninjas.
arrested.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ninjas.
Well, we have.
Sorry, Liz, changing topics back to knitting.
Yes.
Fine, ban it all.
Sorry, we get comments from people who want more knitting content.
Yes.
Oh, do you?
It's like they don't know us.
Oh,
Seriously.
I get
Well, okay. What can we talk about knitting wise then? What can we say?
Not knitting. What's everybody gonna do for the MOGA?
Oh my God, can we say tariffs? Oh my God, tariffs. So I can't buy yarn because I don't know tariffs. That seems to be the big complaint these days.
Gross.
Yeah. I'm just gonna get land and buy some sheep and make my own yarn at this rate.
There you go.
Yeah. Well,
I can tell you right now, it's not cheaper.
I know.
no.
I mean, land and
ask
sheep.
Therese about that. When
I'm
she
going
bought,
to write
she
that
was going to
article.
spin yarn.
Yeah, I have an article. I just have to write it. It's a
What, you bought a
cautionary
sheep?
tale. Like most of my life, it's a caution.
Yeah. Yeah. Thinking you're going to buy spinning wool and then spin it and to make a sweater, that it's going to be cheaper than just buying the yarn to make the sweater. Maybe for people who already know how to spin and already have a spinning wheel, but I'm waiting for the next episode of Knit, Learn, Tradith
Me
where they learn to
too.
spin.
Well, I can talk about that. I've got a real problem with that because now the spinner that I bought, I think I told you, didn't I, where I got a soldering kit, I got everything, I ordered the piece that I need to put it into, but it turns out that I need the entire board bit of it. So what I've got to do is find out from the guy that I bought it off what he uses. But the problem is, I went on the Facebook account where we first found him, and he's kind of gone, and so I can't find him. So what I don't know whether Annie had his phone number, because Annie actually went to his house to collect it for me. So I'm going to speak to Annie and see if she's got his phone number so I can contact him, because I don't want him to do anything. I just want him to tell me what to order, and then I can do it. So for the time being, it's kind of just sat there gathering dust, which is a bit frustrating. So I've still not managed to spin Although I suppose I could still teach her how to spin, couldn't I? Even though I've never ever done it myself.
Done it.
Why not?
Sure.
Sure, why not? That's how
I'm
the
a
world
man.
works.
I'm a man. I can mansplain. anything.
I haven't yelled at my TV right lately. God.
Well, it would, maybe you could get away with that if you actually, I don't know, could spindle spin even, but you don't do that either, do you?
I can spin in my chair.
Darn, and that's all it takes? Wow.
Yeah.
Bourbons and you're spinning. Yeah.
So, yeah, so everybody plan your participation in all the mows, cows, and craziness. Amy's pretty lax in her Golden Girls one, but you
Why?
cannot start till June 1st.
Don't do it.
Don't start early.
Don't do
She'll
it.
know. Even if you don't think she'll know, she'll know.
I'll tell her.
Golden is a type of orange, so you could, if you're going
Mhm.
to do golden, I'll accept that.
I'll show you my yarn for Amy's. My yarn for Amy's.
Oh,
That's pretty. That's orange or half orange.
It's half orange, and then the other half is pink and purple. But it apparently is self-striping. So we'll see.
What are you going to make?
I think a shawl. I'm not sure. I know.
So
I'm not
exciting.
sure what method I'm going to use. It might be knit. It might be crochet. It might be Tunisian. I'm not sure.
Tunisian.
I haven't done Tunisian for a while.
Yeah. So we'll see. But that's my Lanai, summer on the Lanai yarn.
I have no idea what I'm going to do, and I've got to do something, haven't I? I've got to do something decent. I've bought 10 skeins of 50 grams of all different shades of orange, and
Ooh.
one is a teal. So 1 teal and 9. So it goes from gold and orange all the way to like a brown orange and lots of different things in between. Somebody saw them and said it looked like they were purple, but they're not. I think it might, sometimes brown can be purple on the screen, kind of. But I don't know what to do with it. I'm stuck, basically, because I keep thinking, well, what do you do with 10 different colours?
You mean you didn't have a plan before you bought all those?
I never do.
Well, I mean,
never
just,
have a
but
plan
it
ever.
seems like you bought a specific amount with a
Only because-
specific goal in mind.
Well,
or
the
or is it
specific
just you liked
amount.
them?
It's just that was how many different shades of orange there were. There were 9
Oh, I
shades
see.
of orange, so
I
I bought
see.
all of them, and then 1 teal that goes with all of them. And when I see them in the bag, the way they look, I like it. So I think that I want
Do
to
a
do
fade?
something in that order, perhaps, So
Mhm.
maybe, so it's 1,000 meters in total. So that's not going to be enough to make a sweater. So I can't do a sweater.
What about a vest?
I think it's a bit hit and miss for my size. I could do a
Okay.
vest for somebody else if it was smaller, so that's a possibility.
What weight is it?
It is DK weight.
Ooh.
So the 50-gram balls each one.
So
and
that's like-
there's 100 meters per ball, more or less.
You know what? I bet you there's a Stephen West pattern you could use those on, a shawl or something.
Yeah, because it would be the equivalent, wouldn't it, of 3
5.
skeins of fingering, wouldn't it? Kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but a lot of his shawls are also DK. He does a
right.
DK and a fingering, so you could substitute your own colors and it, in just one of his patterns.
And you don't have to do them as big as his are. His tend to be shrinkets,
Right.
One of the ones I was thinking was that bubble one, because I do like doing that pattern, but I don't know bubble what. You know what I mean? I'm not sure what, but that pattern I think would work with the colour changes. You know which one I mean, don't you? I
Yeah.
can't think of what it's called.
Adam wants to know if the Muslims will still allow you to be a lessee. Whatever that is.
Probably not. I suspect
No.
not. No.
No.
That's not very tolerant of them.
Well, they're renowned for their tolerance, aren't they? Let's face it.
But
yeah,
yeah,
so-
I know what I'm doing with my 2 projects. One is for blocked for your hoist the colors, and
Are you
then
gonna
one
tell us, or is it?
it's a
secret?
cow. It's a cow on the theme. And then the second one, I showed Neil the yarn. I'm gonna do one of the Hohi Odyssey shawls. It's a burnt orange, like a glazed pecan and a navy together.
Ooh, that'll be
So I
nice.
figured yeah, that'll be a Christmas gift. So
I think I'm doing 2 projects for Neil's make along. One of them is a spinning project, and the other one might be another shawl.
well,
I
Amy
think that
said
one's
my
gonna be Asian.
at least Amy said at least my one color counts as Golden Girls. So that's the one for blocked. So I'll have to wait till June to knit
Now,
that
if
up
you've
before I
knitted
send it
that
to Neil.
slower, the sweater you're wearing, the sweater, I don't know why I said it like that. Came out.
Yeah, I know.
That would have been perfect for it.
Yeah, this is from Barnyard Knits. It's her Hawaii colorway.
Hmm.
And then the bottom of the sweater is all red
Oh.
Ah,
because
right,
I only had one skein of this. So
Mhm.
Oh, we'd have to
But-
disqualify you then.
yeah, I know. I used them. I used probably 70 grams though
Oh.
of the top color, but yeah, my pattern for blocked is going to be a cow, and it's going to be color work.
Oh.
So
Nice.
with that color in black. So we'll see.
Ooh.
Just
the
give
contrast.
spare a thought to poor Cassie at the moment, because Cassie is working on the
I know.
the Sailor Beware revamped vintage pattern.
I know.
And she's so close, but I think she's absolutely sick of it by now.
Well,
'cause-
that's what inspired me to do this, my idea, because I felt for her because she'd never done a collar work project before.
Well, I think she's getting a bit worried that she's not going to meet the deadline. So I've said to her, look, it doesn't matter. If we don't get it in that issue, it can go in the next issue. It's not a big deal. You know, I never have a, you know, well, I do have strict deadlines, but it's like, it's fine. It can go in the next issue.
Yeah.
You know, it's never.
Well, honestly, I think she's ready to be done with it, quite frankly.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I
I mean,
understand her.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's a big project if you've never done a color work sweater before.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
And
all
a
color
lot
work.
Yeah, because the way it's constructed, you start at the waist and then you grow outwards. And
Oh.
the arms, you're doing the arms in long.
That
So-
sounds like a slog.
Although
Yeah.
the colour work on the arms probably stops about here, and then it's got a long cuff that you add later, so it's not the full width of your arm.
Yeah,
span,
see,
it's a lot.
She wants to cheat on the Sailor Beware with other projects.
Yeah.
She's here.
See,
Yeah.
See, I got you, Cassie.
Yeah.
I totally get you.
Yeah.
Well, I did wonder if you're sort of a bit sick of it now. Although you haven't seamed it together, I was wondering whether you'd be able to just take a break by doing the sleeve, you know, the cuff, and just doing a bit of ribbing, just to stop having to do the colour work. But it depends whether you're able to do. You'd have to do the cuffs flat though, wouldn't you, and then seam them together, and that's not how it's written. But
Oh my God, Adam.
What is Adam?
sometimes I wonder who Adam's having a conversation with. He's like he has a conversation on his own, doesn't he?
Don't make me yell
Wow.
at me there.
Wow, that's a lot of geograph.
Oh, there you go, Cassie.
All of a woman who can commit. Yeah, she's been working really hard on it. She's going to attach the ribbing straight to the sleeve after it was seamed because she hates seaming knits.
Seaming knits.
Yeah.
Me too. I don't like it either.
I
Nobody
enjoy
likes
it when I'm doing it. It's the thought of doing it that is always worse than actually doing
Well,
it.
that's how a lot of stuff is. It's like you build it up in your head that it's,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, I'm like that about coming on lives. I think, you know, I get
Mhm.
like that. It's like the thought of doing it is like, oh, I don't want to do it. But when I'm on them, I actually really enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we talked about that.
Yeah.
It hangs
Oh,
over
is that-
my head all day, you know, and I'm just like, oh, I gotta do
Is it another thing we were talking about privately, Therese? Is it another
Yeah.
one of those things? Yeah.
And then once I'm doing it, it's fine, but it's just, oh, I gotta do
Yeah.
this. But I'm like that. It's not just this; it's a lot of things.
It's
you know.
everything, isn't it? It's everything.
Everything.
It's even going out, you know, going out for a meal with someone or going to the
God.
pub, or it's like, oh God, I don't want to go. But then when you go, you enjoy it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Since I've become quite a introvert, it's like, no, I really don't want to go out.
Right.
It's funny because I have a theory that a lot of podcasters are actually introverts. You know, and for some reason we do this
And
it's
I'm
like,
getting worse the older I get.
oh, is it what not
Oh,
wanting
yeah.
to speak to anybody kind of thing, or yeah,
I think it's because a lot of my career when I was working was customer facing. Between
yeah.
working customer service in a bank and selling art in an art gallery, it was hours of just talking to people all day.
Mm-hmm.
And in art gallery, it was in small viewing rooms, trying to convince them to buy things that they don't need
Yep.
because it's a luxury purchase, not a need.
Oh,
So
yeah.
selling a want based purchase as opposed to a needs based purchase is a totally different type of sales.
Oh, absolutely.
But
What's
yeah, it's because you want to be social, but you don't want to leave the house. Exactly.
Yes.
So we're doing the best thing we can do then, aren't we? By being social.
That's right.
We're all in our
We're
houses.
we're looking after our mental health, as they say.
Oh, yeah.
on,
Okay. We're
Adam,
the other
that
side.
is it exactly. Adam, you've hit the nail on the head.
What did he say?
Something we probably can't put
Yes,
on the
they
screen.
are.
I'm not putting anything Adam writes on the screen necessarily.
Yes, they are. He's absolutely right.
Well, the thing is too, we don't spend our days searching the internet to find something to
No.
focus our rage and victimhood
I
on
got
either.
other things to focus my rage on. I don't have to.
Exactly.
Oh,
We've got life.
Was it you, Liz, that sent me the craft snarkers or the bitch eating crackers about the test knit that someone didn't show? Somebody sent it me, and it basically it was exactly the same situation as Tabitha and I had, where we'd done the test knit and the people behind the test knit didn't share our photos, but they shared everyone else's. So this person, whoever it was, hadn't shared their photos, and everybody in the comments was saying how shitty it was of the designer not to share. And I just thought that would be hilarious if that was Tabitha with a fake account. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it is, but I just think and then they found out and she was revealed.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you ask somebody to take that time for you, and because 99% of test knits they insist on you sending pictures.
Right.
And then to not use it, that just...
Yeah, because you've done a bit of marketing.
We're not talking about mittens or a hat or something. This is
No, I know. We're talking... That's a lot of effort to put in for a test knit and then not even show it.
Right.
And I'm
grateful my test knit... I'm grateful my test knitters submit any pictures, quite frankly, and that they're willing to post them. So I don't demand anything
for anyone to do a test knit for me. I don't care if you even send me a picture.
I don't have any demands. It's just like, hey, please do this, and I don't hold a gun to their head like the craft snarkers are convinced designers do, to force poor innocent test knitters into this position where they have to give up their time and effort, and
to be honest,
their very soul to test knit.
Oh. Neil is one of the easiest people to test for. I haven't tested for Liz yet,
he is,
but he's the easiest person to because he's as lackadaisical as I am. Like he's like, you get it done, fine, whatever. It's whatever.
Hey, I'm still waiting on Tabitha to finish a test knit. For a sweater that's been out 3 years. For a sweater that's been out 3 years, that I created for her. But she's knit other things of mine since, so it doesn't matter.
I gave up on that one.
Ugly Cat I'm still waiting for the test knit to finish for that.
I just find things that enrage me in my everyday life. I don't have to go searching for it.
Exactly.
and it is. We also feel like other adults in the crafting world can stand up for themselves, and we don't have to say, put ourselves out there for them. If they have a problem with something, no one's stopping them from saying so. We don't infantilize whole cultures of people because we feel like they're, not capable of speaking their mind.
No, they do that just fine on their own.
Milk of magnesia.
What?
Adam got called a nasty name.
Oh.
Which is terrible.
Oh, I know on Twitter, people are running around calling people Jews as a slur. Like,
Well, unfortunately, that hasn't changed.
It's getting worse here. Every weekend, I don't know whether you've ever seen any of the Charlie Beach videos that I sometimes share. but every weekend he goes into Manchester city centre, which is about 2 miles from where I am here, and there's a massive anti-Jew march, and it's absolutely awful. It's anti-Israel, but it's not. It's just anti-Jew.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there's been some vigils, for the Jewish hostages. Can't get my words out today. Jewish hostages, and these people who are protesting against Israel and Jews are attacking them, physically attacking them.
Did
And
you
this is
see one
happening
got
every
released
single
today?
week.
An American one got released today.
Yeah,
Oh,
one who
really?
had been a hostage.
The
Yeah.
last one. Yeah, the last alive one. Yeah.
Of all of them, or of American
Of the
ones?
American.
The
I don't
ones, yeah.
I think we only had one British one, and she's been released, I think, now. That was
I'm just,
way back. That's what, Adam says that. This is why he's not been back home for a few years.
Yeah.
Because he's from Manchester, if people didn't know.
yeah, I watched Douglas Murray go off on somebody about that, who was a self-proclaimed expert on the Palestinian situation, who'd never even been there.
Oh.
And Douglas Murray went off on him, like, how can you speak about the geographical and why this doesn't work and why that doesn't work if you've never been there? You can't be an expert. And the guy's like, well, you write about the Nazis and you're not an expert. He goes, yes, because I don't have a time machine. I can't go back and write, learn about history firsthand. But
He has
he was
new
like, you have no
interview
idea.
person that just
Yeah.
came out.
So
Yeah,
Carol,
Emily,
do
I
Oh,
think
go
I know
ahead.
which ones you're talking about. There's been a few videos. I think, Prison Planet guy, I've forgotten his name. What's he called? He's British. Anyway, I've forgotten his name, but he's done one on Manchester, and it's how bad it is here. And it's absolutely shocking, because it's a completely different city to what I remember 10 years ago.
Hmm.
You can't walk in the city centre anymore without feeling quite wary of what might happen,
in a lot of cities here, it's the same. Like, you can't walk through downtown San Francisco. You can't walk through a lot of places. I was going to ask Caro if she has anything new and exciting coming up, or
I like
any
her
funny
sign
stories for
behind
us.
her.
Do you like it?
I love it.
Isn't it
Bless,
wonderful?
for
bless
sure.
your heart.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In all
Yeah.
its iterations, yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
I told my son, if coming back from Kentucky, he better not have had anybody have to say that to him while he was down there,
Well, the context.
unless they meant it, in a nice way. Yeah, but he knows what it means, so he knows not to.
Well, we had a garage sale. We have it I want to say the last Friday of every month. But I walked by one house and I saw the sign. I was like, "Hey, is that for sale?" And she's like, "Yeah, for $3." And I was like, "I give you $5." for
Right?
it." Yeah. And so of course,
Absolutely.
so I was walking through the neighborhood with this sign, and my husband was like, "Where are you gonna put it?" It's like, "Don't worry, I know exactly where it's gonna go." Right.
I'm jealous. Yeah.
Yeah, but as for new and exciting things, Work just released a new anthology. Like, we have one before. This is our first anthology. So it's a collection of stories by Critical Drinker, Mahler, Heels versus Babyface, mostly known as the Suska sisters, and then of course my boss is in there too.
Oh,
and,
nice.
and one more. Who am I? Drunk 3PO. Jay. I always forget, because Drunk 3PO, when it comes to his writing, doesn't want to go by Drunk 3PO, even though that's how we all know him online.
I know.
So he wants to go by Jay David. So I always
Yeah.
forget that.
I love him. He's awesome.
He's very charming, and he's got fun isms. Like one time when he was at our booth to sign stuff, I would walk by and I was like, "Hey man, have you seen my Red Bull?" And he was like, "No, and I don't drink Red Bull, and Red Bull's bad for you," and blah blah blah. I was like, "Bro, my question was, have you seen my Red Bull? It's okay." It's okay. I appreciate that you are a clean eater and drinker. I respect it. I cannot do that right now. I'm on hour 15 right now.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm on hour. I don't even know.
But I'm really
Yeah.
excited for the stories. It's been almost, if you ask the crew, they're like, "Oh yeah, we've been working on this for a year." It's been 2 years since it was first brought up to me to today. So that's
That's cool.
That's the new and exciting thing at
Good
work.
bunch of people to be working with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're all really cool. I made one time I pressured Drinker to say that I was the best, right? He was like, "Tell me I'm the best. Tell me it's me." And he was like, "Oh, all right." And then he looked around. He's like, "Oh, but you're all wonderful." And he's like, "No, you can't take it back."
No.
He said I was the best.
I can't go watch a movie until I watch Drinker's Review.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and Gary's from Nerdrotic.
Oh, Gary. Yeah.
It's interesting how many folks in the industry actually do watch them. Like one of my buddies is a big fan of Drinkers, but he can't actually talk to Drinker openly, or like it will cost him his job. Right.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah. So
That's
That's
crazy.
crazy. Yeah. Well, it's like Mystery Chris with Carrie.
yeah,
You know.
it's like a weird tribalism thing. It's like if you're friends with them, you can't work here. It's like, wow, that was
Well, that's why our friend Pirate Tomsky is completely anonymous, isn't it? That's one of
Yes.
the reasons.
He's sort of
Yeah.
anonymous. Yeah.
Yeah, as another Yorkie.
I love Az. Oh my God,
Yeah.
I love Az so much. He's just hilarious.
But yeah, no, that's good. It's good when smart, talented people are have that ability to get their creativity out there. You know, because for a long time, a lot of things have been so censored, and it's nice that people can actually do things now.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I mean, it's not 100% obviously, because there's still a lot of, you know, censorship and whatnot. But we're not as bad as England. Sorry, Neil.
Sorry, Neil.
I
You
think
should be.
it's about risk as well. Like not that I'm trying to like promote my other stuff. I have a blog about writing craft and things, and so like tomorrow's blog, I was actually talking about how publishing houses will try and like decide what genre trends are going to go up, right? So that way they can kind of control what's going out. And part of why they do that is because they don't want to take risks right now, especially since they're all like kind of in the hole, and they're mostly chasing after independent people. So for example, there's a genre, it's called RPG lit. And so RPG lit is usually, it's a story that's set in something that's got like a D&D system. So it's like you've got like stats. And if you guys watch Solo Leveling, it's kind of like that. If you don't watch Solo Leveling, you've never heard of RPG lit, just imagine that you're playing Dungeons and Dragons, but it's in a book. So, and originally when somebody like proposed it, they're like, no, nobody's going to read that. So a whole bunch of people just started to like independently publish it. And then suddenly publishing houses were like, we should sign those people on. Like somebody send that guy a contract.
Mm-hmm.
So
Can I just ask Lefty Crochets and Mirror Knits, is that a test knit for the Dissident? Because I'm just thinking we shouldn't have a Dissident 22 out yet. Number 20 is the only one we've had out. So I'm wondering, I don't know. I do have somebody testing that Dissident 22, but I don't know whether it's you because I don't recognize that name.
I don't know.
Ah, brilliant. Yeah, it's a test. Oh, that was a relief.
You thought you missed something in your own magazine.
Yeah, I did. I was like, oh, what's going on here?
Hey, these things happen. You can miss stuff in your own patterns when you're trying to reknit it, and you can't figure out what you did because you can't read your handwriting, or you can't remember that you changed something to a similar something, a stitch that looks similar but it's not, and then you got to remember, oh no, I didn't do that. I did this, and because but I've watched a lot of tutorials recently on cast on tutorials, and a lot of the ones where you can cast on with just one end of the, you don't have to worry about for long tail cast ons.
Have you seen that
enough
one where you
yarn.
just pick it over? You wrap two and then pick one over.
Yeah.
Good one.
But I saw one that was for the underarms of sweaters. Like somebody had posted in the chat where you wrap it twice around your finger when you're, doing the cast on and the underarm, and then you pull it over, or you pull it over the needle, and then you pull it over to make the cast on stitches so that you have a better base for when you pick up the sleeves. But I saw another one, instead of wrapping around the needle, it's hard to get in and get it over because it's tight. You wrap it around your finger, and then you just, with the needle, you pull it through underneath the loop, like if you're doing a magic circle in crochet to make your stitches. And then it's so much easier because you don't have to work with the yarn quite so tight. But I like watching the tutorials because sometimes everyone will come out with a different tutorial on something, and theirs is the best way ever. And it's like, because I was looking up invisible increases, and I must have watched 30 different videos of telling me which is This increase is totally invisible. No, it's not. I've tried it. This increase is total. No, it's not. And it's the same one that's the other one. And
Did you see the 10 rows a day one? Because I was really
Mhm.
impressed with the short rows.
Mhm.
She did, and she says it's invisible. It isn't invisible. You can still see it.
No.
But
Yeah,
it
but it-
definitely seems to be neater than the other ones. And it was a yarn over short row, wasn't it?
yeah, I need to sit down and play with that
Yeah,
because
I
usually
do.
I use German. I usually use German short rows
Mhm.
because
Yep.
they're just easy.
Well, German short rows, I don't know whether you watch Nimble Needles. I wrote about it in one of the issues and I can't remember. The one when you're doing a German short, I can't remember which way around, whether you're doing it on a purl side or a knit side. One side should be done differently to the other side.
Yeah,
Otherwise, you get like a baggy stitch. And all of the people that have taught German short rows on videos generally just use the same one for both.
yeah. I need to go back and watch that and remember which.
Yeah,
is
and
which.
unless I go back and read the article I wrote, or unless I go and watch that video, I can never remember it. It doesn't matter what I do, I can't remember it. It's silly. It's weird.
Well, it's like Kitchener. A lot of people can't remember Kitchener. They have to watch
Mhm.
a video to remind themselves how to start. It's just one of those that doesn't stick in your head.
I can
Mhm.
remember that one.
It took
I
me
remember.
years, and then one day it just clicked, and I was like, then I didn't have to look anymore.
Yeah.
Now I haven't done it for a while, so I might have to go back and look,
Exactly. That's my thing. If I haven't done it in a while, I have
Right.
to stop and think, what am I doing? But
Well,
there's a
I'll
lot of
find
good
out.
tutorials.
Yeah.
And I do kind of agree with some of the Crafts and Art people who get mad about people who ask for help on very basic things without trying to look it up first. I do totally get that because, I mean, when we're talking basic stitches,
Yeah,
most
basic
people
stuff.
learn better visually anyway. So if you can just Google and find a video, it's better than posting on a Reddit thread. How do I do a purl?
Right.
Like-
Yeah. Sure.
Yes, Adam, Lord Kitchener. He's the inspiration for the
Yes.
Kitchener stitch.
Yes. So
And
the socks
he
wouldn't
went
hurt their feet.
fire for it. Yeah.
Yeah, because he was bad. He wasn't bad now. I mean, now he's bad, but he wasn't considered bad then.
Right.
But now he's considered bad.
So you shouldn't use that phrase because it's
But
Yeah, some
I'd
of the-
say he's not as bad as they say he was. He was.
Okay.
He didn't do what they say he did,
oh, okay.
because they say that he invented the concentration camp in South Africa, but he didn't. It was a different guy that did that. What happened though is he took over and didn't get rid of it. He went with it. So potato.
He was a man of his time.
Exactly. Yeah.
And, you
And
know,
yet-
as much as we wish people had the same sensibilities we have now, condemning them for not.
Yeah, but in recent years there were people who would have agreed with him that people should be in those places if they don't do certain things that they wanted them to do.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Are you referring that people who wouldn't take experimental medical treatment for a
No.
disease they don't have?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
I was only talking about that today, and how they just want everyone to forget about it.
Yeah.
Of course.
Happened.
Oh,
We
totally
need
forget
to move
about
on.
that.
No, we don't.
And they're totally like glossing over all the people who from the Biden administration are coming out now like, oh yeah, we knew he was, dementia. Oh yeah, we knew that. It's
Then
like,
why'd you lie?
exactly. Because you figure there's a lot of people who were interacting with him and knew and said
Mhm.
nothing. And I think some of these people should, have to explain themselves and face charges because people signing things for him, people,
Oh, Mama Nevin,
Oh,
I want to have a quick chat with you because
Hi.
I know that you are the lady to speak to about all of the make-alongs. You know them all. And I'm wondering if you would like to keep a tally of them and let me have it every month so I can put it in the magazine.
I started putting the logos from the knit-alongs on our logo for
this could
when
get
I post it.
could
When
get
I post it, yeah, I'm gonna have to rethink that because I'm running out of room. Because this one I had the baby knits, the stripes, Amy's, the finish it 25 and 25, the orange one, and the golden girl one. So I'm running out of room to put little
Orange.
treat it
Sharks
like a
and-
middle school folder. Like girls, every time they would get like a sticker, and then
Mhm.
they would just like fill the whole thing, and then they would just start layering over it. That's all you have to do.
I'm the
Yeah.
Trapper Keeper. Yes.
Yes. Can you tell I learned how to do the stickers on my phone? It's very exciting.
Yeah.
But that's the way I remember which ones are going, because there's a lot. We have a lot going right now.
There's
And
a
then
lot.
Tabitha's is starting and next month, and Amy's is starting next month, and Neil's is starting next month. And then
Not before.
but not before. And then Shark Week. And then
And
Lord
there's
knows
a
what it's going to
secret
happen.
project, and I'm wondering, which we're not going to talk about what that secret project is, but I'm wondering whether I can do something. I mean, Therese and Liz, you both know what the secret project is, but
Yeah.
am I going to get away with?
Oh, that's okay. That's secret project.
Would if
Oh,
I, make
I had to
something
stop and
orange,
think.
You make something
will it
orange.
work?
It's like being at a work
Oh.
stream where it's like we can't talk about what we're publishing. That's what this feels like.
Fight Club.
I thought you were going to do a headgear for your secret project,
Yeah,
and then
but I'm
purchase
starting to panic.
clothing.
I'm not going to have enough time, and I'm thinking I need to kind of overlap a couple of things so that it
Oh.
works.
I mean,
for one thing.
If you're using like dark orange colors, I think that would work in the hat. I mean, headgear. Sorry, headgear.
Yes. What hat? What hat are you talking?
There
Amy's
you
all
go.
full of chicken.
Amy's back.
Can we have a
I'm
tour of
full
the
of
garden?
I'm full of chicken,
Yay.
and I don't have a plug out here, so we'll see how long I can make the battery. So,
Okay.
There you go.
what did I miss?
No, Mama Nevin says she'll try to put them in.
Oh, brilliant! Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
If you're on is Mom and Evan on Telegram? I don't know if she is she?
I
I don't think so.
don't know. Joan,
think
are you on Telegram?
Joan, join us.
I think she is, but she doesn't use it very often.
Well,
Okay.
She has a life.
yeah,
And
the rest
if
of us are
anybody
just.
who's in Telegram with me has Mom and Evan's Telegram thing. If you could put us together on Telegram, that'd be great.
Oh, Lord, Chicken Lady just found out that your podcast with Tabitha was 4 hours long.
Oh,
Shauna says, just watch it watch it speed up. It'll fly right on by.
That's what I do.
Oh yeah, for those who want to watch that, you have to be a patron
Patreon.
of Cabot Cove Knits. So it's
Mhm.
a patron-only video.
Adam wants a pina colada, Amy.
All I got
Oh,
to watch.
coral. Is coral orange? I think it.
Yes.
I think
It's
it
like salmon colored. Yeah, I would say it's
Yeah.
more orange.
I think,
As long as it's more orange than pink.
I think we'd have to see it to be absolutely
Yes.
definitive, but I think it would be. Emily, is Telegram hard to use? There are so many things like that. I get confused. No,
No.
it's really easy, and I think a lot of people find it easy because that seems
just
to
like
be
a
where most
text
people
app.
are these days.
Just
doesn't it?
texting.
The only
Yeah.
thing hard about it is that there's lots of chat apps, and so when my notification goes off, I don't know which app to go to.
Well,
Yeah.
that serves you right for being popular, Caro.
Ah,
If you're like me
Yeah.
and not very popular, there's only Telegram. Nobody else messages me.
Yeah, I pretty much have everything in Telegram. I mean, when my family texts me, it's different, but everything Telegram for that kind of thing. I have Discord, but I haven't used it in probably over a year.
I
Okay.
tried Discord for the test knitting, and I just found it really hard to use.
It's
Yeah, I don't
clunky.
like it.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't care for it.
I think it's better off like what you guys are doing a new chat for each test knit or each
It-
cow, because it makes it a
it's
little
kind
easier.
of
We don't have
kind
enough
of turned
of that.
into Slack a little bit
Yeah.
because you can have community discords with channels in it, and then you can have threads within the chat that are like last for 24 hours, and like it's complicated.
Oh, Mama Nevin said she's not, but she's willing to join. So
Oh, well, that's
Oh.
Yeah.
Welcome,
You
Jen.
you won't regret it. Nor will
I mean,
you
it's
ever.
sure you will.
either. You'll
It's
totally
just like
enjoy it.
you probably will, but it's just like messaging. It's just like it's as if like Messenger, but like several people, and you can mute it. You know, you
Yeah.
can.
yes, sometimes we have to mute our friends.
You talk too much. Shut up.
Well,
Or
some
mute their
chats talk. Well, the great thing about it, if one chat is slow, there's usually another chat that's not. It's just
Yeah.
crazy when the chats are all going. Like yesterday, there was a lot because
Yeah.
you guys had podcasts and people were commenting, It's like every 5 seconds I'm trying to read the block chat and I'm getting a message from another one. I'm like, wait, let me read this one, and then go back, and then I'm confused because I don't remember where I saw it.
Yeah, and there is channels in Telegram, which is more like Facebook pages, you know. So,
Yeah.
but not I don't I follow a bunch of ones, but I never read them. So
I don't follow any of those. I've got way too many chats as
Can
it
I
is.
answer Emily and Mom and Evan? So what you both need to do is, it doesn't matter whether you're on a phone, an iPad, or on a PC. If you download the app for
Right.
Telegram, and it works on all of those.
yes,
And then
Mhm.
once you've got it and you've signed up, it's free. You don't have to
Yeah,
pay. At
it's
least
free.
you didn't when I did it.
No, it's free.
Then you either need to be invited to the chats, or if
Right.
you know somebody from in a different way, either Instagram or something, let them have your username that you've just created, and then we can add you into the chats.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, because unfortunately, I don't think any of our chats are open anymore because we've had
No,
You've had
Yeah.
some
issues.
I had an
Nasty people.
infiltrator. Yeah.
Well, not just
interesting.
honestly, Neil. It's not just that chat. Amy and Teresa, and no, we've had
yeah.
experiences with that
Yeah.
too. So
'Cause
that's
people-
why
you'll
some of
get
our
the-
chats
it-
exist.
You will get the random like, hey, you know,
Oh, yeah, I get
how are
them
you
every day.
message from bots or spammers or
Not
Oh, I
everybody
had a
is
great
as
one the other
delightful
day.
as
Did
we
you
are.
see that one? I shared it. The one,
Yeah.
Mhm.
the girl saying her
Mhm.
parents were out. Did I want to check?
Mhm.
It's like, what?
They're trying
No,
to
thank
they're
you.
trying to trap you, Neil. It was all a trap.
I'd like to not get
Yeah.
arrested. Thanks.
I get the
Again.
hey, how are you? I've got a company and I'm wondering if you want to
Yeah.
work for me. No.
Or the
Delete,
prince
block.
who's Saudi or Dubai, whose rich uncle has just died, and all you have to do is give him $1,000, and he'll be able to release the millions,
Yeah.
and you'll get 25% of 50 million.
That
What's
poor
the bet?
Nigerian prince.
He just wants
I know,
to
he's
get
having
money
no
away.
Nobody wants his money.
Nobody
I swear.
wants it. I get them a
Yeah.
lot on Facebook. Like I very rarely have public posts, but like I might have a public. It might be like, say Carrie makes a public post and I'll comment something on it. And you always get comments on there, and it's like, "Hey, your profile is very nice. I think we'd be a great match. How are you? We would like to be friends." Blah 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 blah. blah. And I always like respond back with some kind of like meme or something like Bugs Bunny going no or something like that, you know. And they're like, "Why not?" I'm like, "Go away."
Yeah.
Because you're not real.
Yeah.
You're not really a sergeant whatever in the military. You're like a Nigerian.
Yeah.
scammer.
Yeah, there's a lot of scammers out there.
Tanya's comment there. You thought you were busy beforehand, then
Then
Telegram.
Yeah, but a lot of the chats
Full-time
aren't
job.
active all the times though, really.
Yeah,
You know,
can,
I
you
mean-
can, like I said, you can mute them
Mhm.
and you know only check them when you want to check them. And
Nigerian prince.
I don't have notifications on, so I don't get any messages when I don't have it open. 'Cause
I
you
only
don't-
have
Niger-
some on. So,
Nigerian princes, Ukrainian Christian infos, and so on and so forth.
yeah,
I have not gotten the Ukrainian Christian info.
no,
Message.
I'm good.
So-
Adam, why are you not on Telegram? Join
Yeah.
Telegram.
Yeah, Adam could join Neil's block
Yeah,
chat
Adam.
and find out all the stuff.
We need more male energy.
I think
Well-
Pirates left. I think Pirates left us a while ago. He might have left when Amy left. I don't know.
Oh.
He stopped commenting.
Well,
I
it
think
might
he was
be better
afraid-
'cause It's 20-1 at the moment. 20
Oh, no.
to 2.
he wanted fried chicken.
No, either that or he's afraid of the glitter, and so he didn't
Well,
want to
he
get
just
on
have a
Teresa's
big-
bad
He
side.
has a big boy job he has to do. So
That's
Yeah.
true. He said, "Send Adam a link." Neil.
Okay, I'm trying to think how to send you a link because I'm only on Telegram.
You're on Instagram.
you're on
yeah.
Facebook.
Tell him to create.
Oh, Facebook's a funny one for me though because it's linked to my Instagram, and I hardly ever go on Facebook. So although it looks
Me
like
either.
a post on Facebook, it's Instagram just reposting it.
Yeah, but I still
I
think
hate
you're
Facebook,
friends
though.
with Adam on Facebook. So
Yeah,
Mhm.
So Adam, create your Telegram profile and tell Neil what it is, and then he can send an invite to you.
Mhm.
assuming you could do so in the free state of Canada.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Assuming the Canadians. I heard that Alberta wants to secede and become our 51st state.
Oh my.
That'd be good. We were talking about the beef earlier. We'll get some beef from them.
Well, can I say officially, I'm speaking on behalf of all British people here. I would happily be the 51st state.
Aw, that'd be a little awkward since we left you guys, but hey,
That's like Grandpa becoming
Twitter.
the son.
he said send it. Can you send it on Twitter, Neil? I don't think he has Instagram.
Do I have Twitter? I can't remember whether I've got it or not.
Oh my god.
Well, I'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
I'll hook you up, Adam. Don't worry.
Yeah,
it's like
'cause-
somebody
First, you
can.
have to download
I'm old.
the app.
I don't
Grandpa.
understand all these things.
Grandpa.
First, Grandpa, go to the App Store, then download the app. Then let me know when you do that, and I'll hook you up.
And she promises it'll be Telegram and not one of those other app things that she does.
Adam
Where you
says
friend
an
them.
American in a heartbeat. Wow.
Well, you know where we are. You just have to get yourself here.
Here.
Claim
I think I can do it.
sanctuary.
Well,
Did
I
I
saw
tell
that the
y'all?
South Africans were taken in, weren't they, as American asylum seekers? And that really gives me hope for the future.
Here,
Did I
Because-
tell
Adam, I think I can do it.
I had this random dream
There you go.
that we got Neil here by marrying him off.
Adam, I just sent it to you on Twitter.
Amy, you've just broken my dream. I dreamt about you.
Uh-oh.
I was staying in your house
I'm not
Uh-huh.
marrying
and
Neil.
I couldn't find the toilet. And I was too scared to ask you where it was.
So what'd you
And
do?
I
Okay.
was trying
How
to
old-
find it by
Well,
sneaking
Are you
around
Well,
and
spoiler.
avoiding.
I live in a house full of boys. Often the toilet is out here.
If only
There's-
I'd known that, I wouldn't have
there's a
had to have
spot
done
of
what I did in
grass.
the dream.
That will
What did
never
you-
grow.
Oh no.
Unfortunately, Adam can't claim to be Jew and gets sanctuary here because Jews are persecuted here. So you're going to have to find out another scenario where you can
I
claim
had a
sanctuary.
dream, and I don't remember who we married him off to, but I had it during the week. I Neil over here by marrying him off.
You and Neil can marry the same Yank. That's allowed here now. In some states, they're making that a legal thing on birth certificates and whatnot, which is kind of sad.
Kind of.
But Adam, I'm going to be in Canada next May, the end of May. So if you can show up at one of the ports where the cruise ship is, maybe we can sneak you on.
And we said this on the internet. So
I
that
told
was
him what
Yeah.
to do. Get
In
yourself to
Minecraft.
California and
Minecraft
swim over,
later.
and I'll pick you up.
Well,
In
is Canada
Minecraft.
better than Britain? Is Canada less woke than Britain, or is it worse?
I don't know. I
It's
mean,
the same. I have friends up
Oh,
there. Yeah.
So it's just got better weather.
I don't even know if that's true.
Oh. Oh.
put it this way, they have to drive really far to get to places there too. So it's not like Britain in that way.
Oh, I drove. I went to the beach.
I know you put a video. It was very nice.
I drove for 55 minutes
Oh my
and
gosh.
ended up at a beach.
Oh, did you take a nap afterwards?
Did you stop for snackies? Did you stop to go pee-pees and get snackies? Do you
I
know
was
where I
very
would
proud
be?
of myself.
Do you know where I would be if I drove for 55 minutes in another state?
I would be at work.
If I drove 55 minutes, I would be.
Like being Detroit.
But
Um,
only one way. If I drove
I
55
could be
minutes
close-
the other way, I'd still be in my state.
No, I'd still be in my state regardless of which way. I'd be close to Arizona.
I could just
I'd be close to crossing Hoover Dam to go into Arizona.
I
was
could just
not
practically in
quite.
the
feel.
water.
Am I there yet? Am I there yet? Like,
I picture my
Um,
white knuckling it, like, you know,
right.
Just
and we're
think,
all
Neil.
like,
Neil, you can come to America, and then Alberta can become an estate, and then you can eat cherries legally.
Yes.
Ooh.
Of course, you can do that here because Michigan's like big on cherries. So
Or Adam, if you can make your way to Alberta, if they become the 51st state, then you'll be an American.
true. I won't have to
But-
sneak you over.
But since they haven't been able to split California yet, I'm not going to hold my breath.
But which state do I go to? to live? You know, that's the thing. Which one's
Not
the
mine.
best state?
It
Wait,
depends on
okay.
what weather
Yeah.
and what government type you want.
Yeah,
mine.
yeah. Like, yeah. What kind
Well,
of
one
what
that
kind of
isn't
scenery
like
are you
Britain.
thinking? One that's like Britain?
That isn't like Britain.
He would
Oh,
die.
I
Texas.
Oh God, no, he'd
Texas.
die.
Texas,
No, he would die.
Texas.
So
No,
for he-
Texas
Nevada-
would be great.
he would die in Nevada.
He would die.
Yeah.
In
Yeah,
Texas.
we're dying.
No,
I
he
have
needs,
been to Nevada.
he
I
needs
have
You're in
been to
Tennessee.
Reno.
He
you don't-
needs
Reno's
seasons.
different. Reno has seasons.
Ah,
Reno's
okay.
in the mountains.
He needs like Tennessee, Georgia, Virginia. He needs seasons.
Yeah.
Oh no, Georgia. Georgia rough in the summer though.
Yeah, they're
Not as
hot.
rough
Yeah.
as here. Not as
Oh,
rough as
well,
Texas.
my favorite dyer's in Georgia.
I don't think you mean that word the way you think you mean that word.
What favorite?
Yeah.
Mom and Evans, he is Neil James.
What am I?
She asks, "Are you Neil James?"
On Telegram. I don't know what I am on.
I don't.
Yes.
I don't know.
Oh, what you want?
Yeah, not California, not New York, not New Jersey.
Not Louisiana.
Probably not Utah.
Listen, I'm running out now, aren't I? I'm running out of them.
We've got 50. Chill.
Oh, I did a
52.
test. I did a because I can't remember who it was. That somebody shared something about somebody doing all the states.
Oh, the map.
Yeah. So I
did,
found one
shared it.
online, and I
Yeah.
managed to get 35 out of 50.
Hey, that's not bad.
Not. I'm
Oh.
in one of the 7 states the guy thought was Ohio.
Right.
Yeah, I had no idea where Ohio was. None at
It's-
all. And it was the
It's
middle
close
ones.
to Michigan.
Kentucky, I didn't know where it was. All those sort of middle ones, slightly to the right. And I completely forgot about the Carolinas.
Aw,
I
the
didn't even
Carolinas are
remember
gorgeous.
Those are
they existed.
nice.
Very nice.
I think Neil should move to Nashville.
Tennessee,
Woke.
is that?
Too woke. No, Nashville's too
Maybe
woke.
okay. Well, maybe
Well, outside
Pigeon
of-
Forge. No, he needs to move to
Tennessee.
Pigeon Forge near Dollyland.
Yes.
We're just gonna decide for you at some point.
Well, no,
You go to
because it's not.
Dollyland.
You don't
Yeah.
get. Yeah, you.
See,
The
that's
weather's
the
not
beauty,
as. Well,
is
I
that
can't
you
say that because we had the
travel.
hurricane, but
You travel
Um,
all around, and,
and
you
then
see
decide.
what you like, and then you know.
Well, just forever, like
Yeah.
sponging off
Become
all of
the
you
gypsy.
guys.
it's just okay.
Saying a
just
week
don't
here,
go-
a week
okay,
there, and a week
But
there.
you have to decide. You can't go see Anne, BS, Morgan during the winter
Not me.
because you.
No,
Yeah.
no,
Or
you
trees.
winter with me.
You winter
you
with her.
summer.
You
You
summer
winter in
with-
the
with
or
other
you
people.
winter with me because it's only like
Yeah.
50 degrees here in the winter.
Yeah.
Right.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
You can come over here whenever you want.
Yeah,
But
we will find
Pennsylvania,
your place.
Mr. Rogers' neighborhood.
and I will tell you where the bathroom is. I promise.
Yeah,
She's
want
nice like
to-
that.
You want me to know where the bathroom is.
I will tell
I'm
you
not
where
going
the
to tell you
bathroom
the rest of the story.
Oh my god, Amy, you could take him through the drive-through daiquiri.
The who?
Good.
Yes.
The what? Take me to the what?
The drive-through daiquiri shop.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, no, they're calling. Yeah, remember? Did I not send?
Yeah,
you
I do.
pictures of
You
that?
did.
Yeah,
Yeah, you drove. I think you drove through it, didn't you?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
drove through it and ordered.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can drive off with your alcoholic beverage in your car.
Mhm.
Wow.
you just
They
can't
don't
drink
have
it.
that in every state.
Don't put
No.
the straw in it.
Don't put the straw in.
Why?
Because then you can drink it.
You can hold it, but you can't have
You
it.
can hold
open.
it.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
in
so
the
you
car.
get home. Yeah.
But in New Orleans, you can walk down the street drinking your alcohol just fine.
Mhm.
That's
Well, I'll tell
Nevada,
you
you
what I
can
worry
too.
about is jaywalking, because here we don't have any of that. You just walk into the road as you please.
Yeah,
You know,
Well,
nobody
it
cares
depends-
about
We do that here too.
It depends on where you live. In New York City, the people just cross.
Yeah.
Right.
Here
And
they-
you just hope you don't get hit by a taxi cab. That's the thing. Because they don't slow down.
No.
Ever.
Yeah, no, we don't. Nobody cares about jaywalking here.
Nobody cares.
Yeah. And some places here it's a little more than others just because the casinos
get away with
have
it
their own
anyway?
things.
As soon as I open my mouth.
I think
Here you would. You're a tourist. So
jaywalking is like one of those laws that you can get arrested for only if you're like super obnoxious
being
and they
a-
have
yeah,
to
if
get
you're
you.
being
Don't be
Yeah.
a jerk.
yeah,
I'd be-
don't be a
yeah.
jerk about it.
Yeah.
So
that'd
if
be
you
great.
come to New Orleans and you jaywalk across the street to go pee on the street and you get arrested for that, they're going to get you with jaywalking and also peeing on the street. But you probably wouldn't have got arrested for jaywalking had you not peed on the street.
Well, why didn't you let me use your toilet in my dream? It wouldn't have happened then.
Sorry.
Sorry.
When the mediums are all the way gone in Minecraft land, you can go pee in the middle.
In the middle of the street.
Like civilized people. We had a boy at school that I taught at, and he got expelled because he decided to pee on the side of the school.
Oh yeah.
I was like, that was drastic. He's like 12, and they're like, yeah, we expelled him. I was like, I think a firm talking to before that.
That seems
Yeah,
a
might
little
have been.
harsh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, expelling for one time like that's
I mean, here you can't expel a kid even if they practically kill another kid. It's so hard to exclude kids from school.
That sucks.
Neil is unable to locate the loo. Is he still allowed to shit in? I can't read the rest of it.
Where's that? Where's you reading it?
If he's in San
Neil is an
Francisco, maybe. Yeah.
Oh.
You just in San Francisco, sure, because
Yeah, I'd be a
look, we
migrant.
don't-
Yeah.
Look, we pee on the street. We don't poop on the street. There's a difference. Okay, there's a level of decorum.
There's yeah.
Okay.
If I go and live in San Francisco, I'll do
Have
it
some
wherever I
proof,
want.
would you?
We only pee on the street because nobody lets you in to pee in the French Quarter because you have to buy something to come into the city. So that's
Right.
why
And if you drink that much, you're gonna have to
you're
pee.
gonna have to pee. So that's why girls, if you gotta go pee, you boobs come out and then you gotta pee. So then you get a place to pee. But guys, you could just whip that thing out anywhere. So hence the dead spot of grass in my yard. So.
Apart from those people, I shared that video. Well, not video, but that. Did you? Oh, you didn't watch it, did you? No. Let's move on.
Okay.
Oh no, I did not watch it. I listened to
Newsom is banning tent cities now. I'll believe that when I
now
see
he
it.
cares?
What
What?
are
Well, because he wants he wants federal money.
President.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because he's
Which,
gonna run for president.
He's
That's why he's
sucking
banned.
up.
I know, but I don't know. He's such a dork.
Probably gonna pick Gretsch for his running mate. Because
Did you notice?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you know that Tim Walz said that he was picked as Kamala's running mate because he could code talk white males.
Talk, yeah. Like no.
I don't even know what that means.
No.
Well, I know what
He
code
just said
talk
white-
means, but
Well, I know, but I don't know what it means
Was
in his
it the
context.
hand flapping or was it the what was the code?
I don't know. And his daughter's a moron. She posts on
gosh.
social media, and I've seen her on YouTube saying
I mean,
stupid
social
stuff
media
about
brings out the retarded and all
Yeah,
of that. to be
and
honest.
how her dad, taught her so much, and it's like that's not the brag you think it is because he
No.
was a terrible coach, evidently.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he said that was why he was picked. I'm like, really? You were picked because you didn't outshine Kamala, and it took a lot to find somebody who didn't outshine Kamala. That's why you were picked. Like,
I love the nickname Adam's
She's
given him.
not real shiny either, so
What?
yeah.
oh, butt plug, yeah.
That camel
He wants to.
toe butt
He's
plug.
planning. I think he's running for president too. And so is
Ooh,
AOC. It's gonna be
Ooh.
exciting.
Oh,
Buttigieg.
that'd be brilliant. If AOC's running, that will be hilarious.
Gotta pull down the oligarchy. Let's go.
Her and Bernie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah,
possible
Bernie-
to pull up your bootstraps. Do you remember that one?
Bernie, who isn't going to stand in line and wait at some Delta
Oh, that was
Delta desk. He has to fly.
unbelievable.
He has to fly private on his anti-oligarchy tour to fly
I'm
private
not going to
planes.
stand in line with
I
all
even
you
saw that here.
unwashed.
Dude,
Did he not hear himself say that? That's just like the most privileged thing ever, isn't it?
Okay,
You'd think a
Bernie-
socialist would know better.
Yeah.
Bernie has never had a job in the private sector ever.
Nope.
He got
Only in
thrown out of
politics.
the commune because he was lazy. I'm not kidding you. He was in a commune in Vermont and he got thrown out because he was too lazy.
Dang, that is lazy.
Mm.
Yeah, and then he went into government, and
But the
I don't think
because he wore gloves to the.
I don't think he's ever had a
inauguration.
single bill passed that he wrote.
Really?
Yeah, I could have changed in the last like 5 years, but I remember years ago they said he had never had a bill
Wow.
passed.
Yeah, I don't.
That's
Isn't
pretty
that
bad.
supposed to be his
Bernie?
job?
He's
yes,
awful.
that's
Well-
his job.
Well, writing, a lot of them don't write their own. They just latch on to other ones
Yeah.
that people propose.
Let's see.
But yeah, I was just like, clearly they don't know the
Research it,
definition of
Carol.
oligarch. Flying around in a change, but flying around in a private plane does not spell anti-oligarchy to me. But that could just be me because
No,
Silly common sense.
yeah, let's not put that in there with Bernie, who's as old as Methuselah. And I did see that Trump said he would not run for a third term, so that was good.
This came out.
he's the best troll ever. He just-
Good because he can't.
and they fall for it.
Well, I know.
every
I know.
time.
I
They
know.
fall for
I
it.
know.
Every
I know.
time.
Oh,
Every
did you
time.
hear? He did a brilliant speech, not a speech, but answered a question, and it was about the fat drug. And it's one of his friends who's some millionaire or something, and he I can't remember the words. It was absolutely brilliant, and about how the fat drug wasn't working. You're still fat. Try and watch it if you can. It was so good. He just doesn't give a shit. I love that.
No.
Well, because he knows anything they say, anything he says,
Doesn't
they're going to
matter.
say, they're going to twist it. So he might as well have fun with it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because they get more upset than they don't pay attention to what's really going on.
Oh, my
Because,
favorite right now
they-
is when they're saying the economy is improved because Biden set it up for that, and I was like,
Yeah.
listen,
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not the smartest person in the room. I'm not, but I definitely took economics when I was in college, and so that taught me a little bit of something about money. And while you can say that there is some stuff that is set up, prior, like the people still like get to buy and decide the market. And like I was having this conversation with my husband, he pulled up like the stocks, and like literally on the 6th, everything just went up. You can't tell me Biden got that
Right.
set up for that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I know it's brought back a lot of industries. A lot of companies are coming back to the U.S. for
Mhm.
manufacturing. So,
Oh, this is how the woke have been here. So, UK and America did the trade deal, and it was all down
Mhm.
to Trump getting it through. And there were some really hilarious things that Trump did and said. But one thing I was absolutely appalled about is, did you see that Starmer didn't even refer to him as president? So all the time, Donald Trump referred to Starmer as prime minister, but Starmer referred to Trump as Donald all the way through, and I thought that was pretty disrespectful.
You know what?
But
yeah, it was. But
That just
the other
shows.
thing
Yeah.
is, so they've made this trade deal, and all of the people who dislike Donald Trump, what they're saying here is, oh, Trump has screwed us over. But we don't know the details here yet. We haven't even been told how it's going to affect
Right.
the ordinary person. So how do they know that he screwed us over?
because Trump man bad.
Orange
That's all they
man
need to know.
bad.
Trump derangement
Basically.
syndrome.
Yeah. It cracks me up because they get so worked up about the things he says, and he just makes up shit. Like I think he's up at 4 a.m. He thinks of saying, I'm going to put this on Truth Social and see what happens. And his cabinet's just like, sure, you do that while we do all this other stuff, and
Yeah.
we'll
They
get stuff
all
done.
do it too. There's not.
I know. Oh, I know.
There's not a person in that cabinet that backs down on anything.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
No, that's very entertaining watching him get interviewed and do it in front of Congress, because they, one Democrat was going after Kash Patel about weaponizing the FBI. He goes, "You want to talk about weaponizing the FBI? I'm the poster child for someone who had the West
and now
FBI
he's
was
the
weaponized
director.
against."
Yep.
Like,
Oh,
let's talk about that.
did you see what was on the table with Macron
Yes.
and Starmer and is it the Netherlands guy? So they're on.
Yep.
There's this table, and Starmer comes in and sits down, and there's something conspicuous on the table. It could be a napkin, or
No, I
it could
didn't
be
see
a bag of cocaine, or it could be a bag of heroin.
Oh yeah,
But whatever it is, Macron sort of very, very, what's the word?
That
Suspiciously.
subtly. Oh.
Yeah, he sort of got it and kind of put it in his pocket really quick. And it was like, oh, he didn't want people to see that there.
Oh, I didn't see that.
And meanwhile, Zelensky, who was also there but not in the room, spent like about an hour sniffing. on camera all the time. So it's like, what have they all been doing in that back
It's
room?
the cherry blossom pollen from Washington, D.C.
Of course
That's what it is.
Yes.
That's
Of
Hey.
course.
Why would you assume anything otherwise? That's
Well, I daren't assume anything otherwise. I might end up in prison. So obviously, it is a napkin. Absolutely, it's a napkin.
absolutely.
It's my bedtime. I have to go.
I was about to say it's 8 o'clock. I
Aw.
said Carol's getting ready to go to bed.
Yeah, it's my bedtime.
It's 2 o'clock here, and it's not my bedtime yet.
You go to bed whenever you want. I'm going to do the same. All right.
Bye,
Thanks for
Carol.
having me.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Caro. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Oh, we're big.
I'm trying to look
Oh.
at the lights and see if I'm going to die soon.
Can
Is
I
it termite?
hear crickets?
Probably
Yes.
in Amy's yard.
Yes.
Is that what is it crickets? Oh,
Yes.
wow.
But it's also
Yes.
termite season. So at any given moment, termites could just come flying. So if I go
Okay.
running,
Oh, I hated.
It's
I
termites.
hated those.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
think
you
of all the
mentioned
bugs.
something last week. Was it fireflies or firebugs?
Lightning
Oh,
bugs
I've-
or fireflies.
I've
Bugs,
never
yeah.
seen one. Never seen because
Oh,
You
that's
saw
a
one?
shame. He's
Yeah,
never
I
seen
don't-
one.
I
There's
didn't
not
even
as
think
much
they
as
were
we-
real until recently. I thought they were just a made
I
up
have
thing.
not. We used to see them all
Oh,
the time.
When I was growing up, we did. Yeah.
all the time. And because we spray for mosquitoes here, like literally airplanes will go over and spray for bugs, and then they drive down the street and spray. So ever since they started that program, I don't see fireflies anymore.
Yeah. That was such a joy as a child seeing fireflies.
Oh God, yeah, it's so sad that there's.
They were magical. Just think of all the bugs Neil's going to get to experience when
I
he
know.
comes to us.
Yay.
The roaches.
But I
Yeah.
do love that sound. The-
Scorpions,
no,
The
not
crickets.
sounds of scorpions. No,
crickets.
the screams as people get stung by scorpions. No, yeah,
Have
the
you ever
cricket
heard?
sound.
Have you ever heard cicadas?
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I've just seen someone mention that. I don't know
'Cause
what they
that's-
are.
They're loud.
They're very
coming.
loud.
Really?
They're coming.
Yeah. Aren't
Are
we
they a
on one of the
form of
years?
Are they like a big?
Oh, are they?
That actually might be a cicada. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think that's cricket.
And if you come here, there's like
Be
a
very,
week
very,
or-
very quiet. Let me think.
Let's hear.
I think that's a cricket. That's a cricket. I think.
Oh.
There's something really.
I don't know.
comforting about
Cicadas
that
get
sound.
really, really loud.
They
Really?
do.
Wow.
They drone kind of.
Mhm.
Cicadas
are
like.
really loud.
We have
Then they get
it's
louder
about
and
a
quieter,
1 week,
louder and quieter.
a 1 week or a 2 week period with the fish flies, and they're fun.
Ugh.
What are they?
Ugh.
Yeah.
They
They're-
sound nice.
I'll send you. I don't know if you've seen the picture.
It's so gross.
It's supposed to be because the lake we live on is healthy. That's when they're around. But they're on the walls and the windows and the doors of every building. They're
Yeah, the
all over
locusts are like that too.
sidewalk. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
And they smell. They smell like fish.
Oh,
It's so gross.
Lucy, stop it.
Thankfully,
Yeah,
it's
we
only
get-
for like a week or two, but
We get locusts. We haven't had them in a few years, but when the locusts erupt from their 14 or 17-year sleep,
Yeah.
it's nasty.
oh,
And they're
Deanna
big.
says that where she and BS, who does the
Lucy,
graphic design,
Stop.
where they live, there are tons of fire.
Oh, good. Good. 'Cause
And
fireflies are
Diana-
special.
Said, I
Yeah.
don't know whether she means fireflies. She says we used to pinch their butts off and smear it on our ring finger and pretend to be married.
yeah.
Oh, would it still
Ooh.
glow?
Yeah, that's
Would
a
it have
thing.
glowed?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we would
We call
catch them and put them in a
we call
jar
them
and then let
lightning
them go.
bugs. Yeah,
We
call
did
them lightning
too,
Bugs.
when
We
I
didn't
was-
call them fireflies, but
Yeah.
Ah, is that the same thing? A lightning bug?
Yeah,
same
mhm.
thing. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. They're cool.
I felt
Do
something.
they bite you, or are they just completely?
No.
No, they don't.
No,
bite.
they don't bite. They just
Completely
fly
fine.
around and their butts light up.
Yeah.
I mean, that's basically what it is.
What a job!
You catch them, you put them in a jar. Yeah.
But you got to poke
Yeah.
holes in the lid of the jar.
Yes, of course.
They
Oh,
fly
you've obviously
float
made
around.
that mistake, Liz.
You learn that one time, and then
Yeah. They're very sweet though. They're just I don't know. It's
they're like
Yeah, the
little
batteries
magical
are
fairies.
yeah.
They're like
Yeah,
little
they don't
fairies,
really,
you
like-
know.
They float almost in the air.
Yeah.
Like, it looks
Yeah,
like
they're
they're floating
just-
in the air.
It's magical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you get a
Imagine
field
being
of
the
them
first
like
person
out,
to see them. What would you think they were?
Yeah.
You know, if you
that bug's butt is on fire.
I don't know. Think of the first person that heard a parrot talk.
Yeah.
Probably thought they were going crazy.
Hmm.
But,
yeah, I have
yeah.
not seen a field
Tree
of like
frogs. Oh,
fireflies.
tree frogs. I miss those.
Yeah.
Oh, the
what do
frogs.
they
Oh my
do?
god, the frogs have been having so much sex lately. Oh my god, so much frog sex. I'm like, could y'all calm down?
Oh no.
Oh my god, they're so
Thankfully,
loud.
Lilith is probably in bed by now.
Why don't you use them to keep
Oh.
your milk fresh like they used to in the olden days?
Oh, put a
No, no,
frog
I'm
on their
not
milk.
doing that.
Put a frog in your
Ew.
milk.
But we
and
have
it'll keep
tons
it.
of
You don't have to
frogs
put it in
in
the
the-
fridge.
In the
Yeah,
canals
no,
and stuff.
no.
I'm
We
like,
have refrigerators for that sort of thing now.
Oh,
For frogs?
oh,
What?
No, for milk.
Oh.
oh, see a frog. A frog just made a noise. He knew we were talking about him.
No, we put the milk in the
That's the
refrigerator. not the
poverty
frog.
food that we're talking about? Like what?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Oh,
I
that's-
didn't eat
that's-
frogs.
That's frog
No.
legs. It always
They're-
reminds me of the
No, I don't
Muppet
eat
movie
those.
with
Those are
Kermit and
unclean.
the frog legs.
No. Amy, where are you?
Now that's a cicada. I'm listening. I hear a cicada.
Listen,
You can also probably hear my window unit over there making noise.
you can hear mine too. Yeah.
So the cicada, is that like a little bit more constant?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
it gets louder and quieter and louder and
Like
quieter
Yeah.
and louder. And
But it's like a constant drone.
it's a
yeah.
constant noise. I'll take a video
Yeah.
when summer really hits because when the cicadas come
It's
out,
not-
that means it's summer.
It's not annoying. Like you get used to it. It's
Yeah,
just like
yeah,
a
no,
background thing, you know.
Oh, big bug.
When did it go so dark,
That was about-
Amy? What
Yeah.
happened? Did somebody
It's-
turn a light
It's
off?
sunset.
It's
sunset.
sunset.
I'm outside.
Mine just got really dark. Yeah.
No, sweetie, we can't turn lights on outside here. That makes the bugs
Oh
come.
God, no.
But it like
No.
went so dark so quick.
No.
It's like
No.
it was the
Because it-
slow.
Because it's sunset.
Yeah.
It's
Ours
gone.
just went dark. Yeah.
See, it's gone.
I can see it now. Right. Okay.
See. But I'm
Yeah,
I'm
no,
over
you don't
here,
turn
so
the
you
lights
probably
on
see.
outside. No.
No, we don't turn the lights on outside. No.
Why? What happens?
That's how you
if do?
die.
Because you'll
All
get,
the bugs come.
Yep.
You'll be-
Oh.
yeah, you'll be bloody
All the bugs come.
and itchy.
Oh.
Uh,
You're putting me off coming.
We live near water.
Teresa and I live on swamps.
We live
two
on
different parts
swamps.
She lives in the north swamp, and I live in the south swamp.
Right.
Ooh.
She
You're
lives on the
like,
bayou. I
we're-
live on a marsh. Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
where are the least amount of insects in America?
Well, we don't have a lot of flying insects here.
Yeah, but
We
you
do have the big giant. We have the big giant cockroaches some in the summer
Oh,
sometimes.
Jesus Christ.
Scorpions.
But they're.
Bunch of
It's
scorpions.
not like all the time everywhere. We have scorpions, but unless you're in the desert, you really don't see them.
I don't know what's.
I mean-
unless you're in the desert.
No, I mean like where there's not
They're
construction
fine.
and
They're
stuff because
fine. Don't worry.
they're like I've seen one and I've lived here 25 years. Okay, so we
What
do get
about-
spiders and we have the little geckos. Really
maybe
populated areas.
maybe Ohio and Iowa.
Yeah, because
and
nobody
the
knows
middle
where
of the
Ohio
country?
is, do they?
Yeah,
Now,
the insects
Ohio
don't know.
probably
That's
has
the
the
bug.
same stuff that Michigan has.
See, I know
Ohio
where
has
it is.
bugs.
Yeah, they're the same as Michigan.
I know where Ohio.
Yeah.
Ohio
Oh,
is.
I was fighting
Cassie
for that.
says
I just said-
there aren't
They're
many
coming.
bugs in
They're coming.
California, but the problem is California's full of weirdos, isn't it? Not you,
Oh,
Cassie,
Yeah,
Cal-
the people are
and
worse
not Mom
than
and
the
Evan.
bugs.
but-
All right, now do you hear it? That's
Yeah,
the
I mean
case.
honestly, we don't have a lot of bugs. We don't have mosquitoes. We have moths, which
I'm
don't-
moving
not
there. That's
not
it.
closed moths, but just moths. You know, normal moths.
No.
Um,
But
California
lack of
elects
mosquitoes
And we get-
is a selling point.
and we bees, you know, the normal bugs. But we don't have mosquitoes.
All right,
We
that's
don't
cicadas.
have,
You hear it?
you know.
You hear it?
Yeah, we do have spiders. That's true.
Yeah, but I have spiders. so.
Yeah,
Oh, what was that?
Mothman.
She's
We have flying roaches, so I
Sounded
got
like a
nothing for
robot
you.
voice.
You know,
Oh, Pirate's back.
we have flying roaches.
Parrots back.
Yeah, we get those,
I
but
was the
not
same.
not often.
Yeah.
And we've had the locust sometimes, but not very not. It's not
I've
regular.
never had a locust.
When I was in New
Never
Jersey, we
locust.
had the
we
gypsy.
have mole
we had-
crickets.
When I lived in New Jersey, it
God,
was
mole
gypsy
crickets?
moths.
Oh, Maryland
Yeah,
has gypsy moths big time.
Yeah, they used to spray DDT. You were
Mhm.
the gypsy moths
Oh,
when
yeah,
we
they
were
roll
out
down
at the bus stop.
street. Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
they'd
They're the
say
huge
Anybody
they,
else have
furry
mole
ones.
crickets? Oh,
Do y'all have
hello,
stink
Reffy.
bugs?
oh,
Oh my
stink
God.
bugs, yuck.
Yes, we do.
We have not as many as we did in Pennsylvania. They're real bad in Pennsylvania.
Griffey, chill.
Yeah. So now that we've just talked about bugs for the last 20 minutes, Neil's going to be thrilled to come to America.
Hey.
Can't wait for the scorpions. Ooh.
We'll give you calamine lotion. It's fine. You'll be all right.
It's fine.
Oh,
You
If
won't
it's not
lotion for
alligators,
scorpions?
if it's
walk
not
it off.
alligators, it's bears.
Okay. Well, here's the
scorpions,
thing, Neil.
it's killer wasps.
Yes,
It's
but-
hornets.
yeah,
It's
yeah, but
everything
Neil-
trying to kill you.
But no, that's Australia. Neil,
Okay.
when you come here in the city, you're not going to see scorpions because
Right.
it's out in the empty desert. You know, that's where you see those kind of bugs.
Neil, does nothing kill you in England?
Just our own government, really. But
There you go. I'll take the
Yeah.
bugs.
Yeah,
right,
but
there's
Neil,
your-
we don't have clothes moths here where I am.
Oh.
All right. Here's your
Interesting.
here's your cicadas. Do you hear? Do you hear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Picture that times 1,000, and that's summertime.
Oh, God.
Oh, June bugs.
Oh,
Oh.
June bugs. Oh.
I hated June bugs. They'd always stick on you. Ugh.
Ugh.
Christina says, "Is KY Kentucky?
Mhm.
Neil, you need
Kentucky.
to come to Kentucky. We have tons of fireflies,
You like them?
cicadas, what
Well,
they're called,
that's
crickets, June bugs,
Yeah.
dumb, huge beetles that run.
Cassie's
into
right. They just fly around like they're drunk. Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Tree frogs, bullfrogs. Oh yeah, and we have air conditioning.
Oh yeah, mine's
Yeah.
running right now, right over there. Yep.
Me too.
Well, I have air conditioning in my car. Wow.
Well, now that you know you do.
Oh, but I'm ashamed to tell you this. So I've been using it, thinking I've been using it, and it turns out I hadn't been using it right. And so basically, it wasn't. It was keeping the windscreen cool
What?
instead
Oh,
of the car.
Oh, he was doing the he had the defrost on. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's your
You have it
window
come out of the
defroster.
vents.
And someone was in the car and so you got it
Yes.
on wrong, and they pressed this button, and all of a sudden you could feel the cool, and it was like, oh
I'm
my
gonna teach
god!
you how to use air conditioning. Oh, Lord.
Windshield defroster for when your windshield ice is over. You turn
Yeah.
the defroster on, and it melts the stuff on
Basically.
your windshield. Yeah,
Basically, yeah, I think that was what
It's
I was
also
doing.
fun when your windshield is when it's so hot and humid outside that your windshield gets super humid and you have to like try to get the fog
It's
away.
dripping and
yeah,
I
from
don't
the
think-
inside too.
yes.
But what do I
Yeah.
know about air conditioning? Come on, we don't have it here. It's,
Ours, you just have to replace your windshield wipers every year or two because the plastic
Let's
rots
teach Neil about air
from the
conditioning.
heat.
That's my dog. Let's teach Neil about air conditioning. Look, watch, Neil. Watch. There's this handy dandy thing right here. Watch.
it costs a fortune to run.
Ooh.
No.
Just
It
trying to
doesn't
air.
matter.
Hang on, wait a minute. So that is, you have your home at 74 degrees.
Yes, and I just turned it down to 73.
Mine's at 72 right now because
And that's cool.
Yes.
for inside, yeah, it's
Yeah.
Yes.
it's
And there's
livable.
a handy dandy.
Hang on, that's hotter than what it is outside in the summer here.
Yes, but it was 90 outside here today,
But
Neil.
when it's 90 outside, 73 feels cool.
I
Yeah.
suppose,
There's
Yeah, and when
all
it's
relative, isn't it?
and when
Not
it's
really.
115,
There's
When
when it's
humidity.
115,
Yeah.
72
Handy dandy.
feels really cool.
There's where my air comes from. Up there.
I'll
Ah.
explain it to you, Neil.
Oh,
because
jiggers. Oh,
my
chiggers.
dad had
Oh,
his own
chiggers.
HVAC business.
I hate
so know
chiggers.
all
They-
about
No,
I've
chiggers
heard
are real.
about chiggers. I've heard about chiggers.
chiggers.
They're real.
They're
And
tiny,
ticks.
aren't they? And they create a really awful rash.
Why
don't they?
is basketball on my TV?
Ew.
Chiggers are bad and ticks are bad.
Oh, ticks
What's
are
that?
bad.
My mom was the
ticks are real
first. My mom was the first person in North Carolina to survive Rocky Mountain spotted fever that she got from a tick.
bad. Oh, wow. That's it.
Yeah.
That is impressive.
Yeah, that was in
Ticks
the
are bad. You don't want
40s.
ticks.
Have you heard about this conspiracy theory that the CIA created ticks that if they bite you, you become allergic to meat?
To meat. I've heard
Yeah,
that.
I've heard
Ah,
of that, but I
that's
don't
a-
believe it.
I thought it was just me. What are your thoughts? So, well, Liz, you're not a conspiracy theory person at all.
Oh, I'm totally a conspiracy theory person. If it has to make some sense, though.
Whereas I love a good conspiracy.
Oh, I do too. Some
I
of
don't
them are
see
just
any
so
reason for it,
unbelievable.
though. Like, why?
Yeah, why would you want ticks?
To get
I
them
mean,
to not make more meat.
Do
I can
because
tell
they
you
want us
why.
to eat.
Because
They want us to
don't
eat fake
plant
meat.
people. Yeah.
They want us to
They
eat
don't-
bugs.
They don't want people.
It's
yeah,
Bill
to eat
Gates,
cows.
probably.
Yeah, it's Bill Gates
Just
wanting people to
fake
eat
meat.
bugs.
Yeah.
Damn Bill Gates.
So,
Which is
Therese,
always on clearance
do you think
at my
it's true?
stores.
No.
We don't have ticks here, so I'm good.
Oh, we have
Yeah.
Maybe up in the forest, up in Reno in the mountains where there's
We
trees
do.
and all, but not here.
We have
Amy,
six.
what are you doing? Why are you walking the perimeter?
Because I had to get more wine.
Oh, well, okay. I thought you were just wandering.
No, I was going to get
Yeah.
more wine.
Marking her territory around the building.
She was walking the parapet.
I was showing you my air conditioning vents too.
Ah.
See, there's another one over there.
I don't know what mine's on.
Your house looks enormous.
Not really.
Is it just the angle?
It's like 2,000 square feet, I think.
That's a little bigger than mine. I think we're 1,700.
I think it's 2,000 square feet living, so it's like 2,400 with the garage.
I don't know what mine is, but it's only
I don't know
small.
what mine is.
I don't know.
It's
All right, we
smaller.
probably need to get going
Biggest house
because
I've ever lived in.
we've been going 2.5 hours, and Teresa's tired, and Neil podcast for
Had
4
3
hours
of
yesterday.
sleep last night. Yeah.
Well, I've got a busy
So
week. I've got Nittler and Tradither on Wednesday.
Mhm.
Then I'm doing an interview with someone on Thursday that isn't live. I don't know when it will be going out. It's not on my channel. It's on a different channel.
Ooh.
so
Cheating
on
it's
us?
been a
You cheating
busy
on us?
week.
Super secret?
Are you the
Well,
interviewer
it
or
won't
the
be-
interviewee?
I'm the interviewee, but
Oh,
I'll probably.
Cheating
Ooh.
on us?
I don't know whether I can talk about it, but I probably can. But I'm not going to until I've got the.
Well,
Okay.
Neil's cheating on us.
I
you're
know,
cheating
right?
on us just because I didn't give you a bathroom.
It's
to pee
bitchy
in.
knitter, okay?
I knew it.
It's Gary. He's gonna ride bikes with
Oh.
Gary.
God, can you imagine? Jesus.
Oh,
I had to watch one of it because can't say why, but I've had to watch one of his videos recently for a reason. So I think
Oh.
you know, but you probably can't remember at the moment.
Did we talk about the fact that I got banned from Craft Snark, but also they cared
I
about
was
my
so
mental
proud.
health?
I was so proud of you. You worked so hard to get banned.
Yeah. Did you get the lowest karma ever?
I think I have like negative 100.
But they care about your mental health after
care about my mental health.
after they allowed people to abuse you and harass
And they
you.
sent me resources for my mental health, and then told me I could still read Craft Snark and I could still look at it and I could still upvote stuff, but I can't comment. So they're worried about my mental health of me being on Craft Snark, but I can still see the thing which causes me mental anguish. Apparently,
Seriously, it's the people that you're arguing with who need the mental health help.
I mean, I was having fun, so I don't
Most
care.
of Reddit needs mental health help.
I was
Oh.
taking bets to see how
Yeah.
long it would take for them to ban me, but
Honestly,
Cassie
the
says
only
you hit
good
negative 218 at one point.
yeah,
That
oh
must
man,
be a record.
oh man.
the only well, I'm on some cooking Reddits, and and then the John Mayer one is pretty chill.
Yeah, I
Because
do. Yeah.
everybody loves John Mayer on there.
I have a real
Yeah, I
Reddit.
can see that.
That was my fake Reddit. That wasn't my real Reddit.
Right.
Well, duh. No,
have
I
to-
read them.
I have to have
I
to-
read them, and then
Or-
I go to comment, and I'm like, you know what? I don't care about these people enough to bother
Yeah,
to type comment.
same,
So no.
Same. I'm just like, nope.
Although I did discover some actual like decent, I'm like decent posts where people were like, "Hey, I don't know how to do this," and they were like new, and I'm like, you know what? You genuinely are asking a genuine yarn question. I will answer your question.
Well, that's different, but
You know,
Yeah,
The-
the more benign topics, like I said, I'm on some cooking ones, some
yeah.
whatever. They are not controversial, really. But
And
the
then I
rest of
caused
them-
trouble. Then I caused trouble with a conservative guy over MLM. That was fun too.
Yeah.
yeah,
And then someone asked me, "Are you gay?" I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna leave that there for the interwebs. You're not supposed to say that." Ooh, you just let that sit there and marinate, because
Wow.
that's a good way to get canceled, sis.
That's a
How
bold-
dare they ask you? That's your personal information. How do they don't know what sexual preference you were assigned at
Because I
birth.
called her
I
Dare
mean,
babes.
you? How dare
She didn't
you?
like it. She didn't
Yeah.
like it. I
Clear-
said, "Okay,
clear-
babes."
clearly not a Southerner,
No.
because nicknames are a thing in the South,
Yeah.
Mhm.
good and bad. I mean,
Sure.
but yeah, I read that just their cognitive dissonance of the world, like the things they panic over or they get upset over. It's like, do you go outside? Do you ever talk
Touch
to
grass.
people?
Touch
Do you
some
do you
grass.
interact with anyone who's not in your own little circle? Because if you did, you might find out the rest of the world's not the way you think
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
And the whole Trump is not my president. Technically, he is. Whether or not you voted for him, he is your president. You don't have to like it, but he is the president. You can't pretend that didn't happen. And the whole tariff thing. So many of them are panicking about tariffs. It's like, let's wait and see what happens before we start, jumping off the bridge saying I
Well,
can't buy your product.
We're so reactionary to imagine stuff that
Most
even
of them
stuff
don't
that's
understand.
real.
Did you just turn my air up?
Yeah,
See, my husband just went and turned the air up, Neil. He said it was too cold.
73.
It's too cold at
Too
73.
cold. There's
Tell
no
him mine's
such
70. Tell him mine's at 72.
See, hers at
That's what I
72.
That's right.
No.
Hot
Put some
flashes.
clothes on.
Yeah, exactly. Cover up.
Put on a
You
sweater.
you can get a blanket.
It's
Put on
not
a
like I don't
sweatshirt.
make them and they're right there for him to get.
That's what
I know.
Brenda Dane on her podcast Cast On, she used to say, "Put on a sweater. That's what they're for."
That's what they're for.
Exactly.
That was
Oh,
before
I
she
don't know.
was
Christina's just shared.
off her.
If you're
What?
allergic to shellfish, you can't eat bugs. What if your religion says you can't eat shellfish? Does that mean you can't eat bugs?
Books.
Bugs.
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 Oh, bugs.
Insects.
Correct.
Well,
I can't eat bugs. Correct.
Well, it's because, but they're trying to get rid of that religion. Any religion that says you don't do what they want you to conform to.
Mm.
Well,
So-
Muslims don't eat shellfish, so
Yes, but I'm still waiting for us all to turn into Handmaid's Tale, because isn't that what they promised we were going to
Oh,
be
yeah.
by now?
yeah, I wanted a costume. It looked comfortable. It was stretchy,
Oh, one of them was saying it on Blue Sky only the other day, and they were. Oh, it was that weirdo Penelope Hemingway woman. She's absolutely insane over all this stuff. It's like how she survives a day, I don't know. But she was saying about how the fact that she's beyond childbearing age, so that means she would be a Martha, and she's expecting to be turned into a Martha any day. And it's
okay,
like,
so she'd get to
Okay.
boss around younger childbearing women. Sounds like she'd
I'm
probably
here
have a
for
great
that.
time.
Isn't that what she does now?
she
Isn't
lives
that
in
what she does?
York.
Isn't that what
doesn't
she
live in
does now?
America.
Yeah.
Doesn't she boss around people now? I mean, what's the
Right.
difference?
Yeah.
It's like, I like the ones who say, I can't support people who don't want me to exist. Who doesn't want you to exist? Really? Name me one person who does not want you to exist.
They're so
Because
dramatic about it.
I'm
Oh,
pretty
I love-
sure.
You're denying my humanity.
No, I
love
don't
that.
care
No.
about you.
I
and
don't
your
care about you enough
humanity.
to deny you.
We don't think
I know.
about you ever. They don't realize we don't think about them.
Oh, on Wednesday, just a little teaser for Wednesday. Tabitha and I are going to be talking about the Size Inclusive Collective
Oh Lord.
and the latest witch hunt.
I told my husband about that, and he was like, "What size chest?"
I mean, maybe if you're making like one of those boxy sweaters, it's got like 12 to 15 inch
Yeah,
which
he
I
know,
possibly-
do. No.
ease on top of a 60-inch chest, and
Look,
maybe.
I don't need any testers for my sweater who are 68-inch bust. Okay, I just need bigger than me.
I don't know. I'd like to see a sweater.
That's a lot of granny squares.
That's there's a guy named Omar who makes things that are that size. Yeah.
Great for him. I am not.
Yeah, I just
We're not making tents.
can't. I mean,
I mean,
I
have
knew
a
the lady
couple of
was
friends-
woke.
I have a couple of friends who are like,
Yeah.
geez, you know, like they
Yeah.
big, you know, they can't help it, you know,
Right.
it is there.
The
But
size inclusive thing just blew my mind because I knew she was woke when I bought from her, but I liked her product. So, and I bought from her and then I got blocked.
Yeah,
So
Cassie's
take my
saying
money
she's
and block me.
similar. She's saying she's
Yeah, Cassie,
scorned
the
by
same.
her after making a purchase.
Yep, me too. No comment, nothing, just blocked.
so Neil, you could snag all kind of blocked
Yes.
videos from this tonight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't even know it until you brought up what was going on, and I
Actually,
checked.
yeah, I think you all should say it, but with a pause, because what I'm finding really hard
Yeah.
is getting the word.
Yeah.
So blocked.
Blocked.
Block.
I really need my sweater to be blocked.
I
What's
can't wait
Ray
for you
doing a
to.
block?
I can't wait for you to do them all, and then all those people get mad that you use their videos.
Yeah, it might be a while yet because each one's only like a second long.
You could do
and I've
like
got
a
about 5.
year end compilation
Yeah,
thing, like
Compilation. Yeah.
you know.
Sure.
I mean, I knew she was woke because she was, calling out designers who weren't size inclusive enough. And at first, when I first started following her, I'm like, okay, I can kind of see that because you want somebody who's that size to actually test knit it, so because the larger you get, people get fat. It's not consistent where it is.
Okay,
You know what I
but
mean? So
why is size inclusive only one way? Because I'm making this for our super secret project, and she is only a like 27-inch circumference
well, this woman actually was calling for all
chest.
size inclusive both ways.
But you know what she doesn't call for, and she doesn't give a shit about, is size inclusive for men.
Well, no, because men
Well,
don't
you
matter.
don't-
Absolutely
men don't
nothing
matter.
like that.
Yeah.
The
Well, you're part
only
of the
size inclusive
patriarchy, blah, blah,
designer
blah.
is James N. Watts, I reckon.
Well, they were complaining on Craftsnark because about men's sizes and men's clothing. So now they
I
want
saw
them
that.
to make you to be able to search feminine, masculine, or non-binary.
Masculine, feminine. Yeah.
It's exhausting, isn't
So
it?
stupid.
And then they'll say, as a gender queer person, I'm like, you know what?
Okay, there's a difference. There's two types of clothing when it comes to male and female. You have clothing that men and women could wear interchangeably that might look more feminine or more masculine,
Mhm.
but the fit doesn't matter. But then you've got some clothing, especially if it's negative ease, that is only going to work on a woman's body. And if a man put it on, it isn't going to fit, and vice versa. It depends. Usually, if it's a much tighter fit, and then
It's like-
you have to say it's male or female fit, because if you're of the opposite gender and you try it and it doesn't fit you, what are you going to do?
Well, it's like blue jeans, for example. Yeah, I can fit into a pair of men's blue jeans, but they're not going to fit as well because I have hips that men don't.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So why don't we take this energy that is based in size inclusivity and make women's pants the same as men's pants? Like, why can't we just have a measurement?
I would say give you pockets, for God's sake. Give
Yeah,
we
women
have pockets.
Thank you. Thank you.
My daughter has a whole theory about the pocket thing. She said it was a conspiracy by the bag makers, trade unions, and
Oh,
guilds back in the day. Because if
Wouldn't
women didn't have
surprise me.
pockets, they would have to buy bags. Yeah,
That's
she's very big
actually-
on pockets.
That's a solid theory. That is a
Yeah.
solid
Good theory.
theory.
Yeah, that's
She
valid.
said it's the purse people that don't want women to have pockets because toddler clothes have pockets. What do toddlers need pockets for?
Lots
They
of
put
rocks.
food in
Oh,
them.
they put their
Rocks.
Food and rocks.
Cars.
They put their little frogs in them.
Yeah, and you don't know, and you throw
frogs.
it in the washer.
Yeah, Lilith has to have a pocket to put a dead
How
rat
come
in. Come on.
men's pants can be this is the waist, this is the length. Why can't
Right.
women's be this is the waist, these are the hips, this is the length? Come on.
Right.
Why have we not created this yet? Why?
Because if they fit in the hips, they're not going to fit in the waist because,
But we know how women's bodies are shaped, so why don't we have different ones?
I don't
It's just
know.
numbers.
But Amy, there's no difference between men and women. They're all the same. You
That's
know
right.
that, you bigot.
I
That's
forgot,
right.
I forgot.
And don't you mean,
You know,
and men can have those childbearing hips as well, apparently.
No, if they do, there's something wrong. So
or people who think that they're
What?
living their lives as a man.
don't get me started. Aren't we wrapping up?
Yeah,
Yes,
we were
yeah.
going 20 minutes ago.
let's.
The bugs threw us off, and we lost Adam, I guess. So,
Oh,
all right. All right. Well, now we need to know who Neil's cheating on us with.
I know.
Oh, he'll tell us. He'll tell
We'll
us.
find out soon enough.
He'll tell us.
I'll tell you when we go off air.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks everybody for coming and paying attention
Thank
and
y'all.
going on our journey of
Guys.
bugs and other things.
Mom and
With
Dad
occasion-
are
occasional
Instagram
knitting.
or whatever it's called. Telegram.
So, and hopefully Mom and Evan can join Telegram and Adam can join Telegram, and we'll have
Everybody join Telegram. We're all
awesome conversations.
talk.
You won't regret
Or
it.
Yes,
Adam
you
can
will.
just talk to himself. Either way.
But
When you
Adam
get
Walker-
on there, when you wake up in the morning and there's 86 messages or 152
Yeah.
messages, you'll regret it. But other than
It's
And then somebody has
fine.
an argument and you have to read through their argument.
oh yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Usually me. That's usually me.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch you and Tabitha now. See what you talk about on Wednesday.
Oh, well, I have to say as well, we are going to be quite organized on Wednesday.
Yeah.
No, we are. We are.
Define organized.
Um,
Don't, just don't.
He wrote notes.
Oh
Did Tabitha write notes?
oh, what do you think?
no.
We love Tabitha off the cuff. That's the best.
True.
Ugh.
And yeah. So watch Nittler and Tabitha. I guess there's not going to be PIK for a while, or maybe they'll be
Yeah.
on Saturday again. I don't know how they're doing that with Anne on her journey. And
Adventure.
I think
Um,
we're going to try.
Do you have 2 hours with me and Denise if you want to watch?
Two Sisters and Some Yarn has a new podcast up. Go check them out.
Really?
Yeah,
And-
about time. I've missed
First one
you.
of 2025.
Oh, I have a question for you, Amy, off camera. Yeah.
Okay.
Well-
All right. I'm not going to leave.
Now we all
So-
want to know.
So go watch,
Nosy.
participate, get your yarn ready for the knit-alongs. Do not start the Golden Girls knit-along
That's
early
our goal. Get it
because
ready.
Amy will know. She'll just know.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. And make sure you use yarn that qualifies as orange for Neil's because, we don't
Orange.
need to get into a discussion
Not-
of what's orange.
Yeah, don't. Just you know what orange is.
Exactly. That is it, isn't it? You know if it's orange.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, so get ready for those. And then Shark Week's coming. So
Keep
Thanks
knitting
for coming.
stripes, apparently.
she didn't say anything about not ending it. So I don't know.
Do it. Just keep doing
So-
it. It's fine.
Keep doing it if it makes you happy. Maybe we can get Morgan on here sometime soon.
Yes, we
And
need
she-
one.
Yeah, we miss her. So thanks, guys. And we will see you next week. Maybe.
Yep.
Who knows?
Maybe. Not me.